If you're constantly battling low energy, cravings, weight control, watching your health slip away, listen up. There's a simple daily protocol they don't want you to know about that's helping people ditch their meds and reclaim their health. Up to 88% of Americans potentially suffer from some with the Feel Great protocol.
Over their voter rolls. State officials have pushed back against those moves. They say states dictate how elections are run, not the federal government. Is it time for the DOJ to drop this fight, and will you do it?
Well, we're relying on a statute passed by Congress that allows us, in the right circumstances, to review and get those voter rolls. And so, yes, no, we're not going to stop doing what I think every American should expect us to do, which is make sure that we have elections that are fair. And as that relates to the Department of Justice, that means making sure that there are no constitutional legal violations, even at the state level. So, yes, President Trump, this administration knows and of course understands that states administer elections, and that will always be the case, but it doesn't mean the federal government should play no role. And so the tension there is, of course, whether we should be playing the role that we're playing, and that's really what we're litigating.
How far are you willing to take this fight? Because you've been ruled against now 22 times. Are you going to take this all the way to the Supreme Court, do you anticipate?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We're trying to work it out with states. Of course, yes, absolutely, it's a possibility. Election integrity is something that President Trump ran on, and the American people elected him. It's something that every American should care about. And so the idea that the Department of Justice is trying to investigate issues around elections to make sure they're fair and make sure they're conducted the right way is not something that we should be running away from. That's something we should be running right towards.
I want to finally
find a way to trip you up and make you say something stupid. Let's see, can we keep trying that one? How is it going out there, my fellow world patriots? It is indeed Sunday, August 16th, 2026, and a couple interesting things that I'm sure my friend Mr. MatrixQdeBreaker will let us know about today or yesterday or these last couple days. I think we had some weird coinky dinks in these last. Oh, yeah, today you were saying. Let's see. So, Mr. MatrixQdeBreaker, brother, how's it going, my man? How was the week? And hope you had a good, relaxing week thus far. But we got absolute madness going on out there. We got mayors all over the place. People we're going to show you. I got a nice little batch of information about a bunch of people people that have been arrested over the last, 3 years, public officials. Wow, what a list, dude. But anyways, before we go down that road too crazily, how is it going today on this fine Sunday, my man?
Oh, it's going absolutely incredible. Had an awesome week. Most of you guys out there know, yes, I'm on the brand new PC, and it is blazing fast, and it's now completely all the specs are right now, so everything's running smooth. People were there for the first couple of little testers, and it didn't go well. So all the updates are done. I had an awesome week. I feel totally regenerated and re-energized for this whole thing right now. So what's going on, everybody?
Yes, dude, that's awesome. New machines are always cool. As we were just talking about a little bit before, that machine will run you. You'll be good for a few years at least. That thing's going to be humming for a while. So
Minimal.
glad you got yourself a nice. Now we just got to get you over to the video game side of things.
I'm not a gamer, but there's a few games I play. I'll play sports games. I play baseball. I'll play some FIFA. I might play some Madden. And then outside of that, I might play some Black Ops, but I haven't played that since like Black Ops 2 or 3. So
Nice, yeah. I like the shoot 'em up type of games out there for sure. Ooh, Bois Blanc threw out my back yesterday, second day of vacation. Oh, sorry to hear that. Prayers going out to you. And just really quickly, geez, this was like middle of the night. I put out prayer requests for Mike's wife Renee. He had to take her into the hospital. Because she's literally on the waiting list for getting a new heart, and he said she basically had to like pass out, and he had to take her to the emergency room at like it was 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, 2 in the morning Rhode Island time. So in California it was probably like 11 p.m. or something like that. So they did spend the whole night in the emergency room, and they ended up getting released and get on even more medication for a blocked heart there. But it's a tough situation to hear for sure. So prayers going out for him and especially Miss Renee. But dude, you know what I'm super happy about is, I've said this a bunch, is that whenever I put out my posts, I'm super happy that the posts that I put out are like usually the most responded to posts out there, which is really nice. You know what I mean? Because, we obviously have some, there we go. We got some wonderful world patriots out there. I'll show you this really quick. Because, usually people, if people respond to my posts or whatever, maybe get 10 comments or something like that. Look, 124 comments in there, dude. 124 nice. Comments, 500 hearts. And that was, 1:51 in the morning. So it's always good to see that that's one of the most responded to posts that we get out there, and it just shows the character of the world patriots out there, always willing to help out folks and give people prayers and pass along the prayer requests for people. So always happy for that. But yeah, continuing prayers for Renee and prayers that she gets on that waiting list. She gets up there, and I saw a couple other people, or at least one person in the chat the other day was saying that they were waiting for a heart transplant as well, dude. So all these, it's all these, all this crap that they've given us over the many years and all the bad foods and stuff like that, certainly don't help. And I'm sure, genetics may have been a factor. I'm not sure with her specific case, but we know from all the, things that we've been finding out the last many years that, oh, wait, they don't have our best interest in mind. Wait, who told us that? That was Papa Trump there, right?
I told us a long time ago, but yet some people still don't get it and want to blame Trump for everything and think Trump's the problem. But just they have blinders on. They can't see, which is why we must show them, literally.
Wait, he's not? Wait, I thought it was Trump's fault, everything.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, secretly, I blame Trump for everything wrong in my life. So just so you guys know, I secretly have TDS, man.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious to watch. And people, trying to cope and make excuses for, all these things and why it's Trump's fault. It's like, well, dude, gasoline's so expensive right now. I'm like, well, explain to me why a barrel of oil is much less than it was under Biden, but yet the price of gas is more expensive. Like, I'll wait for that. You know what I mean? And it's always to try to put him into a bad light and, make him look bad. And, Yeah, they even got this stuff still going on, where they're trying to, push out negativity to, President Trump and his administration. Like anything he does, right? It's got to be this negativity, dude. It's absolutely, it's disgusting at a certain point, dude. To the point where, like, how about this one? You ready? You seeing this stuff going around again here? Listen to this.
You know what I ate in Afghanistan for 6 months on
I hate when it does this. It's gonna do it again.
You know what I ate in Afghanistan for 6 months on a burner with using a little burner? I ate ramen noodles. I had to pull the seasoning packet out because I had too much sodium in it, and I put tuna packets in it. That's what I ate. And you know what? I was happy to have it because the alternative was an MRE or something cooked by the Afghan guy who was too stupid to be given a gun, and they let him be the cook. And so if I wanted something spicy, test my fate a little bit, I'd go get a bowl of whatever he made in that giant, urn thing that he had. I mean, how weak are you on TV complaining about tuna and noodles? I'm sorry. You volunteered to serve your country. You can come back, get out of the military, and do like all of these Democrat veterans and complain about it and make commercials and be a sellout if you want to and come up with a new way of doing things. The last Democrat president that I remember that was deploying troops, Barack Obama, had the Army going to Iraq on patrol bases for 15 months at a time eating MREs. I'm sorry, but you're a sitting duck on a patrol base in Iraq, in Afghanistan, a heck of a lot more than you are on a fortified Navy ship sitting in the water. You might have got bored, and I'm sorry. We did have more fun getting in firefights, I'll say that. But to sit there and say that it was terrible because you had a corn dog and a hot dog, I would have traded a block of C4 to the Taliban for a hot dog by about July 2010. I just do not understand the mentality. If this is a representation of who our military is now, and I'm not saying it is, but there's at least enough for some of these trash rags to print about it. If this is who we are, we're just Rome sitting here waiting to burn. We've got nothing left. It makes me fume. If he sat there and said, we didn't have any clean water to drink, we couldn't take a shower. I mean, well, I didn't get to take a shower for about 6 months, but still, something that has something to do with hygiene or, like getting sick. There was a scurvy outbreak and, the guys that were missing legs were only given wooden pegs instead of metal ones. Then maybe I might have some sympathy. But to that little kid and whoever raised him, Lord, help you if you ever go into a hot war on the ground like millions of Americans have. I can only think what a World War II veteran sitting there who's lucid enough today to see that and think about the 6-month journey home from fighting the toughest war we've ever fought after being there for 4 years was thinking, listening to him complain like that. The Secretary of the Navy put out his response. That's my response. End of story.
Clay,
I mean, dude, how much better could you have said it than that? And it's like, wait, who are you to say, who are you to tell me that times were tough there? You didn't lose, oh, wait. Yeah, you did lose some legs there. But, dude, the fact that, again, we got a couple of different things going on here, right? Two things. One is like the anti-Trump, and oh my God, he's running the country horribly, and look what his military's doing. And then you got the soy boy aspect of this stuff as well, right? Like, at one point, did our men turn into Sallies essentially?
Well, when they put all the what is it? Testosterone. What's the female's version? Estrogen in all the damn the canned goods you put in all the other stuff in our foods and whatnot. I would say that honestly the men started becoming way more now I'm not gonna say girly, just bitches over the last however many 30 plus years they've been doing that. When I first learned about that, about the canned goods and the estrogen they were putting in the stuff, and then you like sit back and go, okay, when did I learn that? And look at quote unquote men between then and now. Holy crap, they've gone downhill. Holy crap. Not good.
I was looking at a story last night, and I don't know if I pulled it aside or not. I don't know if I ended up sussing it out to be okay, yeah, no, I did. I did look at it, and then I did there's a fact check on this one as well. So just Just so we know, we got some fact checking, and it's not as cut and dry as we're saying here. So this guy, TJ Moe, says, just a heads up, there was a study where they gave testosterone therapy to male Democrats, and the results, they shifted right. Google it. It's real. Democrats are the party of low T. And it's somewhat. All right, so Grok says it was asked if this real, and it says, yes, a real 2011 study published last year gave testosterone or placebo to 136 men. Weakly affiliated Democrats showed a 12% drop in party identification and 45% warmer feelings towards Republican candidates. Strong Democrats and all Republicans showed no change. Weak Democrats also had higher baseline weak Democrats had also higher baseline T than strong ones. The party of low T claim is an oversimplification. So yeah, it's a little bit oversimplification of that fact, but I don't know. I think it's a all of systems approach, I guess, is the way we could look at it, because the things that they teach kids in school, the way that they are kind of nurtured towards this other weirdo side of things, right? Like my son and his friends talking about the teacher that put out a post on, TikTok about, oh, Charlie Kirk deserved to die. He was a horrible human being and whatever. Well, my son and two of his friends were, a couple of people on that side of it, but there were many people on the teacher's side. Oh, he should be able to say whatever he wants and blah, 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 blah. And, backing up this guy for putting out this, very, very soy boy point of view, I guess, very soy boyish point of view. And that's, unfortunately, that's my darn state, bro. It's horrible. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do around here to instill change at the local level. See if I can't get myself kicked out of some town councils or something like that. But dude, it's wild to see how different some places can be. And I was watching. I mentioned this the other day on a different show that my TV has. Certain TVs have like they call it like free TV, like Samsung TV or Toshiba TV, whatever it might be. The quote smart TVs, the ones that are spying on us, mm-hmm. they have their own like quote free TV channels, and within those TV channels, apparently it's like local TV. Even though it's weird, it's like kind of like Hollywood movies mostly and stuff like that. But they have commercials, and within these commercials, they're all local commercials. So I've not seen any TV because I don't have local television, right? Like I don't pay for that, so I only get things streaming. Well, noticing this lately, I'm like, all right, well, the show comes on, and all of a sudden there's a commercial comes. Every, and I mean every single last one of them. Every single candidate here that's running for governor, senator, congressman, school council, dog walker, like whatever have you. I'm joking, of course, when I say dog walker, but it might as well be them all. Every single last one of them puts inside of their commercial, I'm doing what I can do to fight Donald Trump. I'm like, so wait, tell me what you want to do to fix this state and not mention Donald Trump, because it seems to me that their only, talking point is, yep, we're fighting Donald Trump. And I'm like, how is this helpful that, states are out there fighting versus the president of the United States? And clearly it's not helpful. But dude, that's my state, and it is just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous how liberal it is.
That sounds like the TDS stuff is just everywhere. And think, what do we see on the news all the time, especially if it's not Fox News? Every single thing that's wrong, like we already said, is Donald Trump's fault. So when it comes to these stupid candidates, the first thing out of their mouths is they're going to fix something that Donald Trump's doing. It's a never-ending TDS. And honestly, I think it's still part of the let's show them, because you keep on doing that over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you're showing people there's nothing he's doing wrong. Eventually, people are going to realize that what the hell are you trying to fix? He's not doing anything wrong. But We're still not to that point, because we still have too many people that are still asleep right now, that are still just, they listen to the news and say, yep, Donald Trump's evil. He's a pedophile. They're retarded.
It's so bad, dude. And dude, I got one. I got one later for you that Did you hear any of these? Did you hear anything about what's his name there? Alex Jones and Sandy Hook lately in the last couple days?
New stuff? No, not any new stuff. No.
Oh yeah, you guys will love this one later on. And again, I know certain people, got woken up from him. I just don't like his attitude in the last, many years personally.
Well, I was one, by the way. He helped me wake up quite often when I was younger. But also, don't forget to just in the last, I think it might have been Friday was the day. Friday was Alex Jones Delta too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I posted it out. I think it was Friday. Friday was the Alex Jones one, talking about him being I can't remember off the top of my head what the words are, but yeah, about him basically attacking his own self,
Oh, yeah.
I'm pulling it up. Yeah, here it is. August 14th, so 2 days ago, it's where it says actors will act. We target NBC. NBC targets Q. Strategic. We are in control. Drop 1865.
So freaking funny, dude. And he's gotten outed. Oh wait, yes, this is the best one ever, dude. And that's so funny that you brought up this post, because this was the post I was going to reference. So if anybody doesn't remember what happened back in, when was this? August 14th, 2018, like Matrix had just said, but I forgot. InfoWars is under attack. Please visit our other channels now. All right, let's see if anybody remembers and gets why this is an issue. So you go to InfoWars website and they're being hacked, okay? Infowars.com, somebody took the screenshot. InfoWars is under attack. Please visit our other channels now. And it shows, all these different channels. All right, I'll just come out with it. Note to Alex Jones shills. Nobody hacks a website and brings it down, but publishes a useful and informative redirect page. It's effing obvious this is a staged attack. Why am I not surprised? Actors will act. We target NBC. NBC targets Q. Strategic. We are in control. Oh, wait, we're in control. Back in 2018.
And now what's cool about this, too, is you see how it says we're targeting NBC and all that, too. Let me double check mine. Was it yesterday? I think it might have been yesterday's deltas. Let me double check myself. 15th? Yeah, so if you go to yesterday's deltas, yep, there they are. Yesterday's deltas has all the NBC is crap ones, too. So type in August 15th, you have to scroll down. And you'll eventually get there after these.
After we get to all of the, what do you call them?
Vanderbilts and
the Vanderbilt
Anderson Coopers.
Yeah. Story time
stories. Yeah. Aww. There it is. NBC's crap. Told you. So you get one day you get Alex Jones, and the very next day, yesterday, you get NBC is nothing but crap combo.
Nothing but crap. Poop-nbc.png. You gotta love it. Yeah, and dude, it's always nice to have story time in front of a satanic altar,
Yeah. My parents did that with me all the time. Uh-huh.
Well, I always make sure whenever I was reading my son a story when he was little, we always had to find, the nearest satanic altar to have, story time in front of.
Dear Lucifer, would you please? Oh, sorry.
I'd be interested. I bet you, and I don't remember, but I bet you back then somebody even figured out what that book was.
What book? Well, yeah, I'd love to know what book that was. And you can tell by the look of it, it's gotten the cover, the front and the back. The pages look older. That's an older book. There's no main title on it or anything. That's an old book. I bet you that's got some wicked stuff in it.
Yep, absolutely. So really quickly getting back to this for a second, Hung Kao, just happens to be the guy that pulled JFK Jr. out of the rubble of that fake wreckage. When his plane went down in Martha's Vineyard in 1999. Wink, wink. Statement from Hung Kao, acting secretary. Acting. He's the acting secretary, guys. Acting. He likes the acting positions. It's tough to hit a moving target. So he said the USS Abraham Lincoln crushed their deployment and will return home soon as part of a planned rotation. Details will come, but let me be clear. The safety and security of our sailors and Marines always comes first. Mission accomplishment, troop welfare, this is how we lead. The Lincoln was extended because the mission demanded it. Deployments are hard. Combat operations make them harder. War is hell, and normal routines are disrupted. One of the hardest aspects about warfighting, beyond knowingly placing our service members in harm's way, is that even with the best planning and communication, change and uncertainty will always be in play. Our success depends on how we adapt. Sailors and Marines are expected to dig deep, and they always do. A leader's responsibility is to take care of the people the best they can while balancing mission requirements. During this deployment, we have seen both. The job is getting done, and our leaders are taking care of their people. Unfortunately, the media are trying to paint our warriors as victims. Not only is that dishonest, but it takes away the focus on the enemy and the threat it poses against our nation, people, and way of life. Let's see. Here is the truth. We'll clear the throat action there. 266 days deployed. 200 days in a combat zone, 10,000 plus sorties, 1.5 million pounds of ordnance dropped, and retention rates on the ABE are among the highest of all carriers. It is also true a small number of mental health cases were treated with no loss of life. Meal plans were adjusted when fresh supplies were unavailable, without a single meal being missed. Calls home were limited when the operational threat was too high, right? That's understandable, right? You don't want to have people calling home and giving out any positions if that's a thing, right? There's no question our young men and women have been pushed to their limits, but they have never broken. They are rightly tired, but have never been out of the fight. However, it is clear, knowing the whole story, our force and their families are not victims. They are the epitome of American strength and resilience. So when the USS Abraham Lincoln pulls into the pier, join me and stand proudly with a grateful heart and give our sailors and Marines the hero's welcome they deserve. Semper Fi and hooyah. 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 I say hooyah. Hooyah. I say hooyah, but yeah, it's with a Y in there. You can find out yourself. Why don't you go on there? Like this lady says, you need to find out. Mom of 3, Grammy of 10, VP of family business of 38 years, SEAL company Does this lady look like she's been on a plane and she's typing in all capital letters? You've lost your effing mind, Trump. The only straight you need to be dealing with, the straight jacket with you in it. And this lady looks like she could be on a ship for whatever. Of course, she's the Karen complaining,
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. I got another one for you here. I got some more supportive documentation here. This is a father of one of the people aboard the ship there. Make sure this is loud enough here.
All of us parents miss our children very much. I know we're all very proud of them. As far as my particular child, I've heard pretty positive feedback about the conditions there. Although I noticed the sailor saying the work is repetitive, that is something that we hear a lot. And we understand that they're under a lot of mental stress and have nothing but sympathy and respect for the hardships and the stress that are inherent to the operation that they're conducting right now.
Yeah, and I think what you said is important because, as I've been noting, it's not a monolith, right? You've got around 5,000 people on board that ship, and it's going to wear and tear on some people.
Well, all of us parents.
Matrix, it's really repetitive work. It's like every Sunday I have to come here and do this show with you every Sunday. Oh my God, it's so repetitive.
I know it's so repetitive. I do the same thing every single day.
Get used to it. If you signed up for the military and you're complaining things are repetitive, yeah. How about go count widgets in a friggin' warehouse somewhere and tell me how repetitive, punching in and out and doing the same thing for 8 hours a day is not repetitive. Show me a job out there, that's not generally repetitive.
Mm-hmm. Every job, is there any job that's not repetitive? Every job is repetitive.
Well, in at the very least that you're showing up there repetitively every day or whatever the case may be, 5 of 7 days of the week or 6 or 7 of 7, whatever, but you're repeating that thing. So yeah, I mean, oh my God, the greatest generation would be smacking these kids in the face. That's what they should have done, dude. They should have had some of these old folks from the greater generation on board with these guys to be like, oh my God, I can't believe we have to do this again. Oh, you know, back in my day, this is what we had to deal with. And just show them the opening to, what was it? Saving Private Ryan. Be like, you guys are complaining about repetitiveness? Look at this. They're like, we literally dealt with this, right? People were dead before they even got off before they even attempted to get off the boat. And you guys are complaining of repetitive shit?
Yeah, you get the old people on board with the stories and whatnot. Man, back when I was going to school, I had to walk up to school uphill both ways and no shoes on with a boner. You leave it alone. It's all good. You'll make it. Oh, man, those stories are so good. I remember my grandpa had those stories, too. Anytime you complain about anything, he would basically just go after you. You're complaining? Let me tell you something. It's so funny.
Different times.
Oh, yeah. Old people, man. I love old people. Old people have the best stories, too. Like my not the grandpa I just said, my other grandpa, my mom's dad. I just thought he was the most boring person ever, like my whole life. And then within the last few years of his life, I learned about his life and the crazy stuff he used to do. I'm like, holy crap, my grandpa was like me when he was little. He had all these stories where he almost died so many times because he was doing dumb stuff as a kid. I'm like, Grandpa, you used to do that? I was like, now I know where I got it from. You're actually awesome. I thought my grandpa was a boring person. No, he was not. He was a shithead.
Wow. That's crazy. I gotta get the name of, I gotta get the name and look this information up too. And then, you know, my uncle is not a liar, but I just gotta get the information so I can tell the story properly. But I don't know if it was on this show that I told the story, because I know I had to cut one of these shows short because my cousin was helping my uncle move a few weeks back, and he was telling us the story because we did like show and tell time with his gun collection. Because every time I go over and see my uncle, it's been too long, he has like a friggin' armory, right? So my thing is, I'm like, oh, can we play with the guns? Can we pull the guns out? You know? And so we're all going through all the guns and stuff, and they pull out this 1911. And the 1911, everybody's heard about the story about how Kennedy's U-boat went down, right? And he had to like swim to an island and then swim out and looking for help and whatever. Well, apparently there were other U-boats that went down, apparently, and apparently my uncle, or rather my uncle's father, so it would have been like my great uncle or whatever it was another captain that was in the same position that Kennedy was in. Essentially, his U-boat went down around that same area as well, and so his boat had actually got sunk twice while he was in it. I'm like, ugh, so he's related to us? I'm like, twice he had a boat that got sunk? That's not good. But the gun was pretty close to flawless. So I'm going to try to see if I can get information on that, if I can look up the historical record to see if, you know, my uncle's last name is the same as I remember it, because it's what it ended up being was my mother's sister's husband, his father. So, or it would have been his grandfather, sorry. So yeah, that was actually a pretty cool story to find out that, you know, somebody in my family was somewhat linked to Kennedy in some certain way, that their boats both went down in a certain area. But the 1911, dude, that was quite the gun, dude. It has like, I don't know, forget 3 safeties on the thing. You can't pull the trigger unless you're like holding it. It has like a palm safety on it.
Yeah, a palm one, a finger one, and then the regular one, right?
Yeah, it's got a few. So, but that was a cool story for me to hear, anyways. And yeah, we're always like, oh, can we pull out the gun? He had a bunch of ARs. One of these things, I'm like, wait, what is this thing? And it looked like you would think if I was to hand it to you, I'd say, Matrix, what is this? You go, it's a submachine gun. Like, and that's what I said. I'm like, yeah, it's a submachine gun. And he's like, that's a handgun. I'm like, what? So yeah, the way they're messing with the new laws and stuff like that nowadays, and making, you know, whatever, they're putting these attachments and stuff on it to where it looks like either a submachine gun or a rifle, but it's actually a friggin' a handgun, technically a handgun.
Okay, are you talking about those things that your handgun goes inside of that looks like a submachine gun that's for aiming of your handgun? Are you talking about that?
Yeah, but it's I'd have to pull it up. I got some pictures actually I can pull up for next week.
Okay, because I've seen some of those before. I randomly in like these commercials online and whatnot, where it's like you take your handgun and it's like this whole setup to where you put your handgun inside this I don't know how to describe it. It's like an assault rifle or a bigger weapon, submachine gun type thing. But it's like it's just your handgun, but it goes into this thing that looks like an assault rifle, and it's all about aiming. And so you can aim your pistol just like you're aiming a long barreled rifle, so you can have better aim to it. That's what it sounds like you're talking about, but it's probably not even it.
Let me see if I can pull my face out of this one. This one's just actually an AR, but. Yeah, no, I'll pull it up for next week, and I'll get myself out of the way and whatever. Yeah, I could maybe show that a little bit. But yeah, I enjoy it, and it's very therapeutic shooting pew-pews, in my opinion, anyway.
Oh yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Go squeeze off a few rounds. We got one around here, around my house. That's 24 hours. It's open 24 hours.
That's cool. I don't think we have any around here like that. I don't think so.
Well, yeah, it's like a private one. Otherwise, I have to drive like 40 minutes or so. You want to see something funny? I know you like funnies. It would be even funnier if it wasn't true. But it's kind of a sad situation, especially what we're seeing here with all this stuff. And maybe they're joking a little bit here. Let's see. I hope. You guys see this? Mayor of Lawrence, Massachusetts. And again, there are certain parts of Massachusetts that are just absolutely scumbagville. I give you Lawrence, Massachusetts.
Hi, guys.
Do you have any comment to the city?
Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hi, guys.
How are you,
no
Mr.
comment.
Mayor?
Excuse me.
I'm fine.
Excuse me, guys.
What's your
I don't want to. Just relax.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Just relax. You don't
God
have to
bless you. We're not. We're just. God bless you. Sure. Do you think they? Do you want to say anything about
English?
that?
No comment.
Are you going to resign, sir?
No comment.
Do you need to resign?
No, he's done a great job in Lawrence. Thank you, guys.
God bless you. What are you blessing us for?
God bless you. No.
Matrix, what are you blessing us for?
So confused.
You should.
He does not speak English.
No, he speak English. He speak English. Dude, dude, he speak English. He speak English. Does that sound like a guy that speaks English to you very well? God bless you. God bless you. Hey, how come you keep saying God bless you? How come you keep saying bless you? God bless you.
Somebody sneezing? Somebody sneezing over here.
Yeah. And this one, I showed this one the other day, dude. This is actually pretty funny. I think I showed this. I don't even know what day.
That guy win an election without speaking?
Well, you would think. And see this guy? I don't know who the heck this guy is, if he's his security or whatever, but he looks to be, his handler. I'll turn it down there. And
yeah.
He keeps talking in his ear, just be quiet, whatever. Just, whatever. Keep walking, no comment. He doesn't speak English, no problem. Don't worry about it. Okay, and then we move on to here. This is the other day. So here we now have the mayor in the passenger seat, and his handler is threatening people, essentially saying, "Oh, you keep doing this, you'll find out." And then these guys are like, "Oh, wait, is that a threat?" And then he gets in the car here. Let me make sure we start off here.
I don't know. Oh! Hey now! You gonna leave the scene of an accident? Can't leave. What a liar! Did anything happen? No. Nothing happened? Sure, I need to take a picture of this. You guys on.
One more.
Oh! Hey now!
Oopsie daisies. That happened. So they're not having a good time over there in Lawrence, Mass lately, brother.
Yeah, he's leaving the scene of an accident too. Can't he get in trouble for that?
Yeah, I think he took a picture to make sure there's no damage and Oh, dude, it's crazy. But you want to know if he can speak English? or not?
Yeah, I want to hear him. I want to hear him talk.
Well, I'm sure if he became, the mayor of Lawrence, Massachusetts, I'm sure there must be some wonderful speech of him out here somewhere, right? Let me see. This is probably gonna
Got to be something somewhere.
There's gotta be a speech somewhere, right? He's gotta be saying something somewhere. Let's see.
Here we go.
And I speak perfect English. When I knock in door, never I promise to my constituency. I speak perfect English.
Clearly.
I make one promise. I move education forward.
What?
One more time.
And I speak perfect English. When I knock in door, never.
So here's just so everybody's understanding what's going on here. This is the 2026 version of Perfect English.
I promise to my constituency. I speak.
Wait, he just made a promise to the Constitution. This guy's a patriot, bro. Wait, did he say Constitution or is he talking about constituents? Let me see. I don't know what that word was. Let me see.
Constituency.
Constitution?
To my constituency.
Yeah.
I speak perfect English.
Bro, he's a constitutionalist. I love it. I love this guy. Well, take back all the stuff I said. He's a constitutionalist. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, I speak perfect English.
I speak perfect English.
Was he trying to say constituents? Is that what he was trying to say?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Oh my God. Yeah, you speak perfect English, bro. I think he needs a little bit of ebonics in his world. Maybe that'll help him. Good Lord.
He speak perfect English. But, hey, they nominated him. What are we to say? I wonder if that was legit, you think? Wink, wink, wink.
I don't think any of the elections we've seen the last, 10 years have been legit. When you see stuff like this, it just makes you want, how the hell is this even possible? How is this even possible?
Let me fix this one in the chat here. Peggy Dancer says, I speak un poco Spanish. She says, best mi cola. He says, kiss my ass, you're welcome. Just a little slight tweak on there. It's a beso. Beso is a kiss. Beso mi cola. Kiss me. Kiss. And I speak un poco español. I speak a little Spanish. See, I fail. Dude, I took Spanish 1 in 8th grade, and if you get a D or an E, they're not supposed to put you into Spanish 2, and I got a D. And then they put me into Spanish 2, and then I got an E. And it was weird. And here's the weird part. The Spanish teacher in Spanish 2 class was a... what was the word I'm looking for? Alumni of some military academy in Connecticut, which is a state next to ours. And for some reason, he took all of our Spanish class on a field trip to his alma mater of some military academy in Connecticut. And then I never signed up for the trip. And in front of everybody, he's like, Michael, I see I didn't get your permission slip. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going. And he's like, well, why not? And I'm like, well, what does a military academy have to do with Spanish class exactly? I'll be staying here. Thank you. And he never really liked me too much after that. And then I have to admit, I really didn't try so much. But I do know un poco españolito. Un poco español. Just a little bit. But that's more for my coworkers than anything.
So you took Spanish 1, and then they put you in Spanish 2 after getting a D. I took Spanish 1 twice, and it didn't stick. So I passed it, though. I did pass it, but whenever I got to high school, I couldn't remember anything. And I'm like, I'm not taking Spanish 2. But they were like, well, you have to take Spanish in high school. All right, well, I'll take Spanish 1 again. And I got past it, and that's all I was doing because I didn't get it. I'm not good with other languages. I don't care.
I love it, dude. I love it. It's yeah, it's like, well, we need to learn because it's going to be the most prevalent spoken language here. If if things were to kind of go the way they were, I think that's the case. Hopefully they can fix that, right? Hopefully.
Well, you're about to be, you're close to 50. I'm a little over 40. By time our country would become a mainly Spanish speaking country, I think I might be dead already. So it's whatever. No, that's a joke. Everybody, don't freak out.
We joke. Well, dude, this is weird. And we're seeing a lot of weirdness coming out of any censorship required by governments is now clearly visible. Elon Musk is posting this out the other day, and I guess he put out the X algorithm essentially, where people can go through it code by code. It says notable updates: how ranking weights actually work, a new filter required for Brazil's 2026 election, and I guess they're basically saying that like if your post had to get censored, they're gonna give you a little marker on there for a specific country or whatever. But when people look through the code, they said, "Oh look, he's not shadow banning people, and you can see that." And I'm like, I don't know if you can see that, and I don't know that people get the same issues that I get, dude, all the time. But like, I get unfollowed to the point where I don't think it's possible that it's organic that it happens that way, right? So I think I'm still in that. I think I'm in the Linda Yaccarino phase of the censorship still, because if you guys remember, all of us lost our accounts, right? So I lost my account on every social media platform, like literally every one of them, or all the quote main ones, right? Before Rumble came out, and then Pilled came out, so I had to go to Pilled after Matt made that, and then DLive, right? All this stuff was censored, and then I got my account back I had 45,000 followers when I lost it. When I got it back, I had 22,000 followers, right? I got to 30,000 followers in about 6 weeks, right? And it's been about 3 years now, and I've gained another 10,000. So something's seriously weird with it, and I don't agree that people can't censor on this platform, because I could even show you guys the analytics on this. And look at this, dude. Like, this is just, I don't know how big I can get this. See this part of it right here? I don't know if maybe you or any of you folks in the chat can go take a look at yours later on, but every time, right here, this is for the last, I don't know, month or so, but every single day I have multiple unfollows. And like, when's the last time you unfollowed somebody on X? Like, I can't remember the last time I unfollowed somebody. It's been a while, but in this 3-day period, 5, 10, 12, one more, 4 more, you know what I mean? And then when you gain a lot, they take more off. So, I gained 162 people that day. Well, you lost 5. You gained 46, lost 5.
I've never looked at analytics before.
I've never seen it like this. So all of the red you guys are seeing down there are all the unfollows. And then so this is, I don't know, this is 4 weeks, but I could do, 3 months, and it's the same thing. It's just more red. So see, as you go, it's still red down there under every little bit of them. So something's still going on with the algorithm. And I can't, that's why I kind of just said, I'm just going to use X for posting, show advertisements and stuff like that, and putting out a couple posts here and there. But I do have a little project coming up soon, dude. You want to see a quick snapshot of the first video of it? In its totality, it's going to be maybe like a minute. But here's the opening part of it. I don't think there's any audio on it. But here's the opening for my little Grok made video.
Geez, those are going fast.
Right? So this is the story that I wanted to tell. I wanted to send back to my son last week, but I figured out that YouTube apparently removed the video, which was talking about how Jefferson and Adams went to the Barbary States or the Barbary Coast in 1786 because 4 separate Muslim countries were attacking our ships, right? Our merchant ships. And we sent Jefferson and Adams there to say, hey, what are you doing? Like, here, I'll play the other 3 because I think it's a total of, They're all 10 seconds each, and I have 4 of them. So, here is the Muslim nations attacking our merchant ships, and then we send Jefferson and Adams, if it gets up in place, there we go. We send Jefferson Adams to go talk to the Muslim representative there. Here we go. And then we ask them, why do you guys attack our ships? Blah, 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 blah. And so here's the third one. And what did he say? Well, we attack your ships because it tells us in our Quran that we attack and enslave all non-Muslims. Isn't that nice?
Very interesting.
So yeah, for whatever reason,
it's all done by Grok. You said?
Yeah, all this stuff's done by Grok. Whatever.
Whoa, that's wild.
So then, if I post it out, maybe Elon will give me a repost because I'm looking for that. I'm looking for all that shade. Did you see that dude Johnny Mnemonic's post last week, dude? And he removed it.
Which one?
Oh God, dude, that was crazy. So the dude that posted out, I think we may have played it last week. I'm not sure. What was it called? It had to be this way. It was like a very cute. Right here, I'll pull it up. It was a very QE type of video, and then so he posted a few of these out because he made the videos with Grok, and I guess Elon had reposted one of them, and his account went kind of wild at that point. So here it was. This was the post that he made.
I did see this. I grabbed a few screenshots off of this.
Yeah, it was all sorts of Q stuff in there, right? And then so Elon Musk had reposted it and had like millions of views on it. And then he literally posted out like the next day something like, I didn't want all the attention, I'm going offline. And then he removed this video, the original upload of it. And then everybody's like, wait, what the hell? Did somebody do this? And then he's like, no, I reposted it here. Here you go. So he said, I wasn't looking for the attention. And then I'm like, well, don't make Q videos if you're not looking for attention then,
Yeah, what the hell's the point of you making videos if you don't want to get people to see them, which would technically be your attention? Like, what the hell are you talking about? That's why you're making your videos.
Guess he likes John Wick.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
Oh, well,
I'm a huge John Wick fan, so.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you sent me an interesting text this morning about interesting dates and timings today. I obviously still have a bunch of stories for us to go through, but figure maybe you want to talk about that for a quick second about the.
What did I write? Let me look at my phone.
49 years ago today.
Yeah, let me look here. Oh, that's right. 49 years ago today, Elvis died. Today's also the 60 days Trump gave for Iran back on June 17th. Today is that 60th day. And yesterday, of course, I brought this up on my show, yesterday, of course, we went off the gold standard 55 years ago yesterday as well. Today also, just want to bring this up, I brought this up on the roundtable in the last few weeks as well, is today's date's also the quadruple 8 day as well, because today's the 16th. 16 is 8 plus 8. The year is 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. So 8, 8, 8, 8. So a quad 8 day today as well. And Jesus in Greek, gematria equals 8, 8, 8, 8.
Okay, thank you.
I know. Huge breakdowns of the number 8 as well lately. So yeah, lots of
think about this because, in my opinion, I'm no specialist, but he would be way too old. Elvis would be too old at this point. Would be my opinion, right? You would be way too old.
I would think so. I personally don't think it's him, but at the same time, when you hear him sing and do certain things, it's a very creepy how close he is to him.
Let's see. If Elvis was alive today, how old would he be? I think I just had it up on the screen. He'd be 91.
Like, what, 90? Yeah.
Huh. So, I mean, it's a possibility, but does this guy look like he's 91?
Hey, but think about this. If he is Elvis, do you think think of how many surgeries he would have had for facial stuff? Like, he would have probably gone through all the facial stuff. He probably gets tons of plastic surgery. And I'm only going, if that's Elvis,
yeah.
That would be a lot of plastic surgery to keep him looking this young.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. You never know. But yeah, I'm leaning towards no. But rest in peace.
Yeah, same here.
Did he die on a ham sandwich or something, or was that Mama Cass?
On a toilet. He died taking a crap. He died on the shitter, but he don't give a crap.
They killed him, I'm sure. They probably took him out. That would be
I
my
mean,
guess.
that or it could have been what the people really said. He was. You got to remember, he was a what did he work for? FBI, CIA, or whatever it was, using gematria and many other things. So that video literally gave me for the first time the will to actually say that there is a chance that JFK did live till 2021. But at the same time, it sounds retarded and doesn't make sense. But the information they threw out there's a lot of stuff in there that I was like, wow. I could get on board with it if I had more information, but I'm still one of those people that are like, great info, but I'm not all in on that one yet. So, but I did fully enjoy it. I do think Negative 48 was very much onto some good stuff. Let's just say that. So some of the stuff he said sounds crazy. I will admit that, but at the same time, not everything sounds too crazy to me.
Crazy. You crazy, bro. You crazy. How many times I heard that my uncle told me that when I told him our government had something to do with 9/11. You think our government had something to do with 9/11? Sure do.
Mm-hmm.
You're crazy.
I mean, I was shunned for years for saying no planes were used. None on the towers, none at the Pentagon, none in Shanksville. And I'm telling you, people looked at me like I was mentally challenged and need to be put into a home because of that.
Dude, did you see anything in Portugal lately?
You mean Quetta?
Who?
Quetta?
Who's that?
Oh, you said Portugal. I'm thinking that's Spain. My fault.
Let's see. This is this might be too new for you to even see, but you're gonna love it. I can guarantee you're gonna love it. Ready? Ready. No. Right. Watch your
Templar stuff.
Watch your screen. Here we go. Bing.
Yep, I knew it. I just knew it because Portugal's Templar area.
That's crazy, huh?
Pay tribute to the Templar, yes, sir. Because Portugal is where they took off from. La Rochelle was 1307, Friday the 13th, when they took off. They took off from Portugal's ports.
Cute, though.
Beautiful.
There's all your flags there. Thank you for the raid there, Tron and welcome in Tron Tribe. Hope you guys hang out with us for a little bit here. We're just doing some Sunday fun day stuff here, as we always have a blast on these Sundays. We got the Templars walking through.
The white tunics and all.
And the horsies. How cute. That's badass, dude, huh?
Hey, I got that sitting right next to me. I got me a Templar with a javelin and a shield sitting next to me on my table. Looks just like what that dude just had too.
I'm gonna put on my tattoo later. My son got a temporary tattoo of the Jesus lion. Not like a Jesus lion, but it's like a lion essentially. But I got a couple cool ones. I showed Matrix before the show, and I basically got one that was obviously a temporary tattoo, but you could pick themes, right? So one of them was like an eagle or whatever, and I'm like, oh wait, this looks cool. Let me try this one, and this one ended up being like a patriotic pack, I guess you could call it. So as soon as I saw this one, I was like, I'm it was like they sent this one to me specifically, Matrix. What do you think?
Yeah. When you sent it to me, by the way, the fact that you told me afterwards that was a stick-on tattoo, I'm like, wait, what? Before you told me that, I thought that was like your son had done another like artistic thing, and that was going to be for your show. That's literally what went through my mind, and then you told me what it is.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I had some fun. And I'm going to put that on my probably put on my forearm later, on the inside of my forearm. We'll see. I'll take a picture for you guys and show you later. Oh, and I did do some updating artwork too here. So I don't know if anybody's going to notice the difference, but really can't tell, huh? Dude, you can barely tell I changed this part of here. I just changed this background, but you can. See, can I even look at this? No, it's just going to go in here. Okay. Let's get back to the program then. Okay. Let's get back to the program at hand. We got the crazy left. Okay. I guess let's have some fun first before we go, because we mentioned. Actually, we already touched on Alex Jones a little bit, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Sure enough.
but we only touched on his fake hacking from his website so far, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we've heard about the Southern Poverty Law Center and all the crap that they've done. This one is new to me, dude. Keep this out. SPLC had a paid informant inside InfoWars that would feed information to Sandy Hook attorneys. There's plenty to overturn both the Sandy Hook default judgments against Alex Jones and get Alex Jones new trials in Texas, Connecticut, and have the attorneys disbarred. And you guys know I'm not a big fan of this guy, especially lately with his, vitamin brain or his vitamin head. Dude, I'm convinced his vitamins make your head turn that shape because he's like him and Jerome Corsi had like the same shaped head after a while. But the United States knew January 6th was coming, and they helped to plan it by proxy when these American spies pushed these agendas into the Jones network and later to those closest to Jones in an effort to incriminate the host and destroy his credibility.
So wait a minute. Who wrote that? So wait, SPLC got into his network and tried destroying him, which would mean Alex Jones isn't necessarily the bad guy. It's the SPLC that was the bad guy. That's what I just got off that. Wait a minute. So if the Q drops tell you one thing, dis and misinformation is also necessary. The Q drops call Alex Jones out. That Delta hits 2 days ago, and this also hits right around now too. That's really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I've always liked Alex Jones. I don't care for him as much anymore, just like you said, because he's on a weird streak.
Yeah.
But I love that dude. Although he's annoying as shit, I love that dude. And that just, wait a minute. So if SPLC would be the cause of him going rogue, in a way, is that what they're trying to say?
It seems like that to me.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Right? Dude, it is wild. Let me see. Where is it? I mean, the reason I don't like him specifically is that is he's, if he's out there trying to push a narrative or whatever, I can get that. But like, I've seen too many things in the last 5 years of him going off on these rants against Trump, like big time. You know what I mean? Like Trump rolled over like a big old fat, seal. He's given up. It's like, dude, really? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. But you got to remember, though. You got to remember that. Let's put him in a category of he's a character.
Oh, yeah.
All characters are going to take different turns, and again, I grew up listening to the dude and just going, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" Loving it. Fast forward to now that I have the brain I do, he's a character. So of course he's going to. If he has any link to the white hats, he's just playing his role. He's going to say crazy stuff about Trump just to get the clicks, just to get the people on the other side to listen to him, if you think about it. I don't know. Take what you want out of it. I can't stand him when he goes nuts and whatnot, but at the same time, he is hilarious and he does know a lot of stuff. So I don't know what to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I get that some people say, like, some people have to be... some people have to say some things to wake up people for a certain extent, but then when I see certain things that, in my opinion, go a little too far, as far as like, I could see like bringing attention to certain things, but he's like saying, Trump's just basically rolling over, and I mean he did it during the remember the Syrian gassing when he came into his office at like 2 a.m. He's like, I wish I never effing met Trump. If you ever call me again, I'll tell you I don't want to talk to you. It's like, dude, what? Like, you're really just pouring on the crap. And then, dude, don't ever forget this, bro. He tried to as well. The other guy that I don't like as well is Jack Posobiec, who also was in the AJ network, who's now in the Bannon network. who was, for whatever reason, I don't know if you remember this, but he was, oh God, what was that thing called? On Twitter, it was Periscope. Remember Periscope way back in the day? That was what people used to go live on Periscope on Twitter. And Jack Posobiec used to go, oh, I'm at a diner here. Oh, let's talk about why this QAnon crap's fake. It's a bunch of BS. And like for a year, like kept going on and on and on and on about it. And then this guy right here, like listen to this part.
Like a big old fat dead seal floating around in the South Pacific with its big old fat belly up in the sky. It looks like Trump's rolling over. And you know, I thought of Trump as a bigger man than me. But you know what, Trump? Alex Emmerich Jones is bigger than you. Because when the push came to shove, you put your tail between your legs, you crapped your pants. And that doesn't mean I hate your guts, but let me tell you, you ever call me again, I'm going to tell you I'm ashamed of you. And I just look at you and what you've done, you make me want to throw up. Truth, and I'm just going to say it, that I wish I never would have fucking met Trump. Never would have happened. And it's not that the attacks that I've been through. I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man. God, I'm fucking sick of him. Like, you know, if you just turn against Trump, things will be better. But he was doing good, and that what makes it so bad.
I love when he cries on air. That's my favorite. Dude, he's the worst fake crier I've ever seen. Listen to this.
Oh, and that's what makes it so bad. If he'd have been a piece of crap from the beginning, it would be so bad.
Look at Owen doesn't know what to do.
So many sacrifices. And now he's crapping all over us. It makes me sick. Oh, great. That's fighting Al-Qaeda.
Regime again deployed.
He's now the buddy of Al-Qaeda. Hey, pause. Back it up. He said
he's an over actor.
Well, you're now.
Oh, big time. He's the butt boy.
The butt boy of Al-Qaeda, Trump. You now give them fluffer, services. I mean, I'm serious. I will not sell out the truth. When the fuck are we going live? I can't do this anymore. Fuck Trump and fuck these fucking people.
See, this is why I like the dude, because he's so stupid. He's so stupid. He's so funny.
Don't forget, Alex, plants need watering.
I hate to say it, but I'm not going to lie. All that acting we just saw there, that fake acting, to me, it didn't seem legit. It didn't seem like he legitimately hates Trump to me. It legitimately seems like he's acting.
It very well could be.
I just don't feel like he's being legit with it. Like, I've seen this dude. How long has he been around? Actually, we're in 2026, like 6 years at least. I've been seeing this dude around. So, wasn't there in the late 90s he got big, and then early 2000s?
Well, what I do know is that he was, I would say early, because he was talking about the Y2K thing. And remember, William Cooper, right? You want to talk about Patriots. William Cooper was calling him out, like the shill that he was calling him the shill, essentially, and saying that he was dangerous because he's getting people all worked up and he's grandiose on certain things. So William Cooper basically put Alex Jones on blast because of Y2K. So I would say, before 2000, he was getting active.
Okay, because I remember it was right around that time, whether it be Y2K or 9/11s, whenever I came across him and started going, who is this guy? And he, of course, talked the crazy stuff. I love that stuff. So, when I came across him, I loved it for a long time.
I dropped the Rickman. I dropped the audio on that one. It was too loud, so I lowered it on there. That was on my end right there. But here this story is talking about court documents, court records, and a scene ripped straight from Aaron Sorkin's Netflix trial of the Chicago 7. A year-long Nick the Hat investigation zeroed in on explosive allegations that the Department of Justice used an individual operating through a nonprofit as a double agent and influence operation targeting networks, including the Proud Boys, and reaching into Alex Jones' orbit. Official court records now lock down the core of the source's account, a covert multi-million-dollar paid source network, millions of dollars funneled through fictitious shell companies, documented information sharing between the SPLC and federal law enforcement, and Heidi Barrick's central role in matters touching both Jones and the Proud Boys. Dude, can you believe this?
So Here's my question, though. Somebody in chat just said it. This is on my mind. Phenomenon. Welcome in. He just said Sandy Hook. How do we explain Sandy Hook when he was the one giving us all the truths about Sandy Hook and he gets sued for billions of dollars and gets thrown under the bus over all that? Like that's kind of where I sit at, though, too. It's like he is the one that gave us the Sandy Hook info. He got railroaded, and now everybody's like, oh, he's Mossad shill. Well, where do we sit at with that? Because Sandy Hook, he was the one that was leading the charge for Sandy Hook. So again, where do you sit with him? I don't know. I like the guy, even though I can't stand him most of the time. I like the guy. So
I think he is funny. I mean, I think when he's not overacting, like when you see him on like not Alex Jones, when you see Alex Jones on Alex Jones, yeah, he's obviously out of control there. But like when you see him on like Joe Rogan and he's acting normal, right? Or air quotes normal, like a regular person, he seems okay. But yeah, I think a lot of this is performance. And again, I don't know where all this stuff lands. I don't know at the end of the day who's going to land where. But remember, we were also told in the drops about Free Systems LLC. So we were kind of warned about him and Jerome Corsi at a certain point. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let me see. Free Systems.
LLC. I think it's type in LLC. I think that's the way to find it.
Plus, it's in the picture too, right there. Boom.
There it is. Yep, free speech. Yep.
So here's what we were told back in September 6th of 2018. Communications, media, blah, 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 blah. Austin, Texas. We know Alex Jones is out of Austin, Texas. Free Speech Systems, LLC. All right. And then it says Free Systems or Free Speech Systems, LLC. And then we have 12 spaces, whatever that means, over to Free Speech Systems, LLC. 12 spaces, question mark. And then for whatever reason, the team dropped in this picture of a meeting in Krakow, Poland in March of 1995, where, if you guys know any of the people who are doing some of the Q drops, we had Jerome Corsi here. He was doing some decodes. You ever see any of those videos? Oh my God!
Maybe. Yeah.
Doc Mike gets his beans busted by a couple of people because he says a lot when he talks, but he's also trying to parse in his head what he can say live and what he's not allowed to say as he's talking to us. So I give him that little bit of lateral ability to do that. But this guy, when he was doing his decodes, that's literally what his show was. He was like, okay, we have a post 2742 here. Pictures of iPhones. I can't do this anymore. And literally, that was, I think it was a couple times during this whole movement he tried to subvert the movement. Do you guys remember? Yeah, right here. So I remember specifically that one of the days that he tried to subvert the movement was the day that these posts came out, specifically about Apple headquarters. I don't know what it was, but he was just like, "Oh, this is just nonsense. This is crap," and I'm not following this stuff anymore. They're showing us pallets of phones. Like, this is nonsense. And it's like, well, you're talking about phones that can maybe be hacked and whatnot, talking about servers, Department of Defense data stuff. So there was actually some stuff in here for sure. But if people remember very, very early on, like so early I can't even tell you, I would say January of 2018, maybe February of 2018, but I'm leaning more towards January. You had this guy named Baruch the Scribe, or Baruch the something, whatever his name, I think it was the Scribe, Tracy Beans, and Jerome Corsi, all on the same live stream running some show together. And then I guess Jerome Corsi walks out of the room, comes back in the room, and tells Tracy, oh, this isn't the original Q guy. To tell everybody this isn't the real Q. This is fake. Right? So this was early, like January of 2018. Jerome Corsi told everybody that Q was fake and this is not the real Q anymore, and tell everybody. And then we had a little bit of a split because some people were like, oh, wait, is somebody posting in place of the real Q team now? And it was all because of this dork here who tried to subvert the movement. And then it's weird because he's also historically, he's very pro-Israel, but he's also very anti. This is the only thing I do like about him is that he's anti-Obama, right? He's written a few books, something, what is it, Atomic Iran, some of these other books about Obama.
Scroll down and it's at the bottom.
Ah,
Right
okay, there we go. Unfit for
Obama
Command,
Nation.
2004, Atomic Iran, Minutemen, the Obama Nation.
Yeah.
And so what does this say? Follow the picture, quoting somebody here. Jerome Corsi, who I outed as a Mossad asset or agent in a 1997 sting operation in London. Corsi and Piper Jaffray, broker Brad Amundsen were integral to a fraud that took Minnesota investors for $1 million that the FBI refused to properly investigate. Instead, agents sought to portray me as responsible. Corsi named as the author of the best-selling Israeli spy op books, including the ones we named here a little while ago. Dude, I want to remember, who was the guy? Was it this guy's name? There was a guy, oh man, who was crossing the street in China, and they were trying to identify the guy, and I don't remember what the guy's name was.
I thought the guy crossing the street, I thought was Prince William.
It looks like him, but I don't think it was. I think it was one of the guys with the red shoes.
What are shovels used for? Shovel. Let's see.
Shovel?
Pretty sure I can find that, yeah. Having shovels in one drop. There he is.
Yep, that's the dude. I don't think that's Prince William. Though.
Okay, you're right. No, you're right. It just looks like him, that's all.
Now,
Are you sure that's not him? That looks like him. Anyway, yep, it looks like him, though.
It sure, yeah, you're right. It sure does look like Prince William, but I'd say he's got less.
Dude, look at the date. Dude, look at the date of the drop. Holy shit. Today. It's today's Delta.
That's crazy, huh? How we get to that?
Wow, that's freaky.
You know who he looks like too a little bit, and I know it's not him, but it just looks a little like him. Is Avenatti? I want to find what this guy's name look. What does this guy Brad Amundsen look like? Oh, look I click in Brad Amundsen, and this comes up under Q alerts. Huh. See? Oh, look at this, dude. I told you guys. My memory is solid on this stuff. Look at this. What does this post say? Oh, this was Neon Revolt. He always had some really good stuff. Corsi, a Rockefeller, Mossad, and B'nai B'rith. Misinformation everywhere. Yeah, so look at this. This is very early on in May of 2018. He's saying back then, Code Monkey and QAnon both compromised on 428. Disinformation shows. Look at what I tell you. When he get pissed off, disinformation photos with Apple was the last straw. Dude, I told you the kid's memory is good. Oh, he literally lost it on that day when he was looking at the photos of Apple. He's like, "Oh, this is all disinformation. This is BS. I'm out of here."
That's funny. You're right. You're right on the money on that. That's great.
I was off a few months though, but I mean, dude, it was 8 years ago. But I do know when he did freak out about the Apple was later. And when he did have that date. May 5th, 2018.
555. And 10:36 a.m. Oddly enough, don't ask why I know this, but JFK was shot in office on his 1036th day. Don't ask why I know that. Just random info I have in my head, but yeah, 1036 days when JFK got shot.
Dude, I even my simple mind took 555 from that. 5 May is 5. The 5th day is May, and then 8 minus 1 minus 2. Right? 8 7 6 5. Boom. 5 5 5.
Oh, you're doing it that. Okay, so let me explain something to you. Whenever I'm doing math with numbers, I stick to strictly addition. Unless I'm changing things up, because if you start doing addition, subtraction, multiplication, you suddenly get people confused. So I stick to addition only, just so I can keep people's brains in it. So, because Omazon will do that too, where he'll be like, well, see, then you subtract this one, multiply. It's like, no, you can't do that because you're going to confuse the living hell out of people if you do that. So I just look at it straight across 5 by 5. And if you want to do 8 plus 2 plus 1, it's 11, how I would look at it. If I do the minus, it just confuses people.
I want to know honestly how many people were actually around back then and paying attention back then and still to this day. Because if you need to give yourself a shot on the shoulder for sticking through this. Because dude, we lost a lot of folks in that fraud inauguration, whatever that was, that middle deal. And again, I don't know if. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure if President Trump, but I am certain, I'm pretty certain, I would say in the high 90s of certainty that President Trump handed off power to the military, where he is the commander-in-chief, but not the president. But the thing I'm not certain about is whether he did it on his first term or if he did it during this second term or, the middle term. When exactly did that transpire? That's what I'm not sure about.
Well, the date's 4/1/2020. It's still his first term. It was sit here. Well, let me do the math on my end real quick. I can tell you exactly where it sits at.
And I got
4/1/2020, and then his last day would have been 1/20/2021. So he did it 9 months and 19 days, or 294 days before his last day in office. That's when that right there. So from that chart where it says when the military took over at the White House with the military generals, that was 294 days before Trump left office, or 9 months, 19 days before he left office, or 42 weeks.
Boom. Yeah, that's so wild. I mean, and wasn't this the chart that he was looking at when he
got shot
during Butler, right? He looked over and he mentioned towards this chart.
Yep. So what he wanted to do is point everybody to the chart specific, because he said, that's the chart I was looking at. That's the chart he sleeps with at night. He loves it so much he kisses it. And if you look at the arrow points to April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, 2020. And then you go look at that day. That's the day you had Trump with the Millie and the generals up there in front of everybody saying about the military operations and whatnot. It all perfectly aligns with this. And yes, that's the chart Trump looked at, which is why he only got shot in his ear, quote unquote.
Let me see if I can do this. Do we know what this says underneath Trump leaves office? Because I can't really see it. It's pretty blurry here.
There is a clean version of it that you can read it, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
I've
seen it. I just don't remember it.
I'm gonna do it like this. You watch this. I'm gonna have Grok do it live for us. Let's have Super Grok do it. Actually, I gotta pull it off the screen. It might pull some private. No.
Here we go. It says lowest illegal immigration in recorded history below Trump leaves office.
Ah, interesting.
Yep.
Let me see here. I'm gonna ask Grok to remake it. Remake this image clearly. If it can. I'm off on another page here, but yeah, dude, this has been wild, and I'm just waiting to see the folks in the chat responding to how many folks have been here for how long and whatnot. And please do let me know how long you guys have been. Just put a date. The easiest thing for me to read a bunch of them, guys, just put a date, like how long you've been into the Q stuff. Just put 2018, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it may be.
2017. Hey, for the OGs. Who's the 2017 out there?
I'm knew, says October 31st, 2017. Until now, I've been all the way in. Boom.
I'll say mine then. October 28th or 9th, I was showing the first Q drop. And for the next few weeks, I was showing the Q drop saying, come on, you got to look at it. But when Hillary wasn't arrested, I said no. So between November 10th and the 15th of 2017, I finally said, okay, I'll listen. And as soon as that first aggregator site showed up, which I don't have a date for, that's when I went all in on that. So, and of course, you, sir, that I'm talking to, are one of the main people I watched and learned from the very beginning. So thank you for that.
Yay. Oh, dude, it made this chart really nice. Wow.
Very good.
Yeah, dude, it made, I'll pop it up on the screen. Leaves office 1. I'll call it leaves office 1. I mean, you guys saw the copy that I had of it right there, right? Now watch this. I'm surprised it made it. I'm surprised it could, without us telling it, what the words were there. Look at this, dude. It remade this thing.
Yep, there it is. Exactly what it said, too.
I mean, perfect.
Actually, here, leave that up, too. I'm going to grab a screenshot so I have that. Boop, 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 boop. Cool, thank you. Now I got one.
Yeah, that's crazy. Flores reinterpreted. Obama family detention policy. DACA announced. MPP begins. Lowest illegal immigration recorded history. So, dude, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's, too much for us to ask. And it's surprising. Here's a big question, right? Because we have all of these big news reporters out there, in front of a big shiny camera and, wearing a nice shiny suit. And where are these people? Why has nobody asked him? Has anybody asked him that you've seen? Because I've not seen them ask him. And why would nobody ever say, hey, wait, you've been showing. You remember when you got shot in Butler? You kept saying how much you love this chart and your favorite chart and this, that, and the other, and you date this chart. Well, how come this chart says you leave office at the time that you did? Because it doesn't make sense that it's, because, and this actually did a little. Let's see. I gotta do it like this. So it did a little. It didn't put all of those in there. It didn't put all of the what do you call it? The lines. I keep doing it the wrong way. Here we go. So see these lines here. As we know, like we've seen it, how like we've actually taken the time. Like, all right, this would be like January, right? So February, March, and then it ended up it was actually April. Like that was 100% on the April spot, right?
Yep.
So again, why has nobody asked him like? Hey, why does this chart say that you left in April? Right? When it should be right here.
The only person that's going to actually ask him, the line would be to the right. See where 2021 is? It would be to the right of the big line because he would have left office on January 20th, 2021. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Because the election is in 2020. The election was on November 3rd, 11.3, 2020. So let me do the math on that too. So before the election, he left office how many days? Let me see. So that would 4/1 to 11/3, 2020. 200. Oh, wow. 216 days, which is crazy because 216 of all things is when you take 6 times 6 times 6, it equals 216. So he leaves office exactly 216 days before the election. That's crazy.
It is. I mean, it's just crazy the fact that because we waited a while for them to ask the question about, Q and stuff like that, and they did, but they never got around to mentioning this. I just thought that was pretty wild. We don't need this grubby image anymore.
No, it would take an anon to ask him about that because nobody else is even going to think about it. Because who else knows about this other than the anon world and people that watch anons?
Yes, absolutely.
Like nobody.
Absolutely. And I don't know if we got rated again, but we do got just hit over 2,000 folks out there watching live. So welcome on in, and I do appreciate you guys. Oh my goodness. Dude, this is a crazy comment. I have to read this immediately. And it was a Rumble rant from Jules Patriot. Dropped a $10 Rumble rant and says, I was neighbors with Bill Cooper. Dude, that's how it starts. And I'm like, yes, this is catching my attention like really quickly. I was neighbors with Bill Cooper, and he said Alex Jones. Alex was saying he knew QAnon was in contact with him, and his name was Zach. Oh, no. Yeah. Q said no outside comms. No, I can show you that. Dude, I can show you that one. Dude, he went on such a tirade against Q for so long, and he ended up saying that his name was, we have our own Q, and his name is, he actually wasn't trying to say his name, but I
remember that.
Yeah, we found out really quickly who he was, and it was just some army dude named Zachary Klawan. Now, I don't know if I probably have posted this, so let me see. I'm doing my little search here. Ding. Oh, look it. Here we go. Wait, is this? No, this is the same one. This is the same one here. I don't want to give this. Peppy D dude posted this. I think he posted. Yeah, he posted this underneath my He's got some funny ones, bro. He posted this under that last video I was showing you with Owen and Alex Jones.
Oh my God.
See? But here it is right here. So he basically came out and says, like, well, we don't need Q. We got our own Q, and we have our, connections to the military. So he was basically telling us, Q was fake, and then we don't need Q. But wait, I got my own Q. And so this was it. Zachary Klawan, Free Speech Systems LLC, a foreign-backed org. You still say F Trump? We don't forget, Alex. Plants need watering.
You know what's interesting about that, though?
What's that?
The fact that his name is Zachary Klawan. Z is 26, K is 11. If I'm right, drop 2611. Ask about JFK Jr. if he's alive.
Wait, sorry. Right? Can you repeat that one again?
Z is the 26th letter. K is the 11th letter. So 2611. So if he's saying Q is Zachary Klawan, whatever, but ZK is 2611. Drop 2611. Go look at that. I'm pretty sure, I haven't looked it up on my side yet. I'm pretty sure 2611 asked about JFK Jr.
Q&A.
I'm right. Oh my God, I'm right. So the freaking initials he gave actually, dude, come on.
Zachary.
Come on.
I'd have to look this up too to see, like, is this guy real? Let's see.
What are the odds of that?
We'll see.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I wonder if it'll come up in like random posts or whatever, because we searched for this stuff back in the day. And actually, while this is doing this, I'll let it do its thing here. I want to read some of the comments, because we had people that were commenting to the whether how long they had been here. So I seen a lot of comments came in there. Let me get back to them, because there's a lot. There was a lot of them. Sheesh.
That's crazy.
A lot. Dude, I'm still scrolling. Holy crap. Still scrolling. All right, I think, all right. Tim Osman, FBI agent, played Osama bin Laden and lives in New York City, PD Answer says. I can't verify that he lives in New York City, but I think the story about Osama bin Laden and Timothy Osman definitely holds some credibility for sure. 100%. He was our asset. All right, so we're getting into when I asked folks when you've been into this stuff, and Q News says October 31st, 2017. Buck Wayne, 2017. Okay. That's not it. Chris Schaus, 2017. Dragonfly says August 16th is the 228th day of the year, 229th in leap years in the Gregorian calendar, with 137 days remaining until the end of the year. That's for you, Matrix. Let's see. Pug Mama, 2020. Hold Noversol.
Hold Noversol. I just call him. Yep. Hold Noversol.
2020. Let's see. CW2 Denny, 2018. End Donald, 2016. Just Janet, 2018 with you. Aw. Utah Money Mover, October 29th, 2017 with Sather. Lanny Lou, 2017 here. Marie, 18. GGB1 says 2019. Stamp Dog, 2019. Kathy Scats, October 2017. Jenny, Reclaim Your Sovereignty, 2020. Ski Dump, 2017. October 2017 for Cisco Lady Liberty. Trump 1, 2020. Q says 2005. Ooh. You've been into the Q stuff since 2005? I didn't say awake. I said the Q stuff. NJE 2017. So, Matrix, do you have something you want to read too? Because I got a bunch, and I don't want to.
Line of them, yeah.
Yeah, do like 20 or 30 of them, and then I'll do another 20 or 30.
The ones that confused me, first two that came in were two of them that were 2016, which made me go, wait, what? We're talking Q stuff, not awake. So 2016 times 2, which I'm not counting, but we'll go with 2020, Carol Marine, Snackums 2021, Chan Shark 2018, Ladar 2017, Gypsy Reject 2020, Glacier Girl 2020, Rizzy Truth since Drop 3. Rizzy Truth. I Care 22 2021, AE The Flaw 2017, In God I Trust 2021, Elmo's Elmo 65, 2017, late 2017 for Shaman X, Dreamweaver 2020, TWS Truth 2018 on X22 report, October 2017 from Meliot, Possum Trap 2023, late 2018 for Ginger Because, MJ 43074 2017 as well. Frenchie D just says early. I like that. Mohawk Mom 1977, 2018 as well. I'm scrolling real quick too. There's less 2017s than I would think. There's a lot of 2018, 19, and 20. Amazing. I was trying to see how many 17s we got actually, and there's less OGs than I thought there would be actually, which is a good thing though. I don't mind that. I don't know how people look at OGs or whatever, but I saw drop one the day of drop one. But whenever Hillary didn't get arrested, I said, nope, it's bullshit. And it took 2 weeks of my buddy hammering it into me that, no, it's not. Come check it out. So technically drop one for me, but I didn't believe it when Hillary didn't get arrested.
Yeah, no, I never saw Q until maybe halfway through 2017, November 2017. And then I sat in the back and I was gauging things and whether I thought it was legit or not, because it was literally essentially an answer to prayers, right? Like I was looking around years before going, how come, like item 19 there on Pineapple Express when they were testing marijuana, how come people aren't out in the streets talking about this right now? That's what I was thinking, like, with conspiracies. How come people aren't screaming this stuff from the rooftops? Why don't we not have some sort of central area we can get all this information out from? So then I saw the retired Marine Steve Motley talking about it in November 2017. And then I said, you know what, I will dip my toe into this on January 1st, 2018. And that's been it ever since then, kind of looking back.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. NJE 2017, Granda 58 says day one. Southern Patriot 1776 says 2018, then Gap when you were canceled, then found you on Rumble. Awesome. Chrissy 4178 says 2019. I'm the Dude, late 2019. For Sun 2018. Dragonfly 17 said 2019. DNA Frequency or Freak says January 2018. Michael Montgomery 2017. 1775 War. Brian Connors 2017. Fen Bula 2017, Threads with 4 Z's 2018, Luigi 777 October of 2017, Dwayne Banks November 2017 for JoJo Jesus, and CPA Deb 2019. So I'll stop there for a second. If you got some more.
Yeah, let's see. Where was I? MC 1127 2018, Mohawk Mom 1977 2018, Ragman 44 January 2018, A Strike is a Strike 2023. Woo, that's a late one. 2016 Sugar Bee, December 2017 Risto 73. Ben Henderson 2017 is how do you say this one? A phenomenon, which is spelled crazy cool. A phenom, anon. A phenomenon. What a name. I love that. 1965 Bush says 2018. Lost Pond 2017. Kachoni Brown 2017 November. Cattails 2017 as well. Shortcake 2018 as well. Tracy Q Public 2016. What? You were before Q? Drain Drop 2017. Tracy Q Public says 2016 twice. I don't believe that. 2017 says Spark Truth. Let's see. Boop, boop. Let me go jump to the other side. Jim Bob 71 says 2018. Casey Snowman 485 says 2017. T Web says 2019. Let's see. I guess I'll stop. That's the last of my list on the one side. Go ahead.
Frequency Healer 2018, Cinderblock 2018, T Bodel 2019, Kemp is Over 2017 October, JDP 2021, I was late but yet you are here. Shoshi 99, March of 2024, Texas Mimi 2017 but started November or December 2017, Okeanon 1776 says 2017, WC Sue says 2023. Good work, gal, says when Rachel Chandler came up, question mark 2017. It was probably mid 2018. Rachel Chandler there. Peggy Dancer 2017. Angie Adkins 2018 early. Fear Stish Bite Faith 2022, Patriot Chick 2017, Susie Q 2017, Hermetic Shaman 2017, and then Swamp Fuel late 2017, GeoCube 2017 December, Janine did it. 2017 October before number 1. How about that? Chell Eve started following Spaceshot since before Q Strawman stuff. Yes, you know the Strawman stuff. Heck yeah.
Nice.
So I'm good for a minute. I got more, but there's a lot there.
Yeah, some people are saying, like, don't forget 8chan and 4chan and all that. But just don't forget, though, we're talking the Q drops themselves are October 28th, 2017 is when they officially started. So, yes, 4chan, 8chan, all that stuff, and 8Q now and all that. But at the same time, I'm specifically referring to the Q drops when they started officially here. I'm actually lost in my list now, too. Matrix came in 2017, Nevada 17 in 2017 as well. Our Naylor came and said, what are we talking about? Now she says, I found Q in 2017. There we go. Yeah, found in 2017. Exactly.
Dude, this one's funny. Paul Rycroft. There we go. I'm like, Paul Rycroft says, 2017, you sat in your car and I clicked on your channel and so grateful I did. Yeah, remember the crickets in the background for sure. Cisco says, whenever your show began, I was awake before then, but really began to follow and pay attention. So maybe we'll do this. You know what? I think we should do this towards the very end. That way, when we have everybody that's like listening, we can say, just put your end in. And what I'll do on my side is I'll pop out my chat like kind of like this on Pilled and on Rumble. And then I will basically make it so you guys can all see, and we'll put it on the chat so we can all do that. And that way we can get through some more stories now and do this. So save it for the end, and then only put them in once, guys, so we're not repeating this.
Yeah. I could put mine up on the screen too. Yeah, easy. Actually, while we were reading them, I had mine on the screen. I have one of my main screen has the chats up on them for everybody to see. So.
Early Ron Watkins began. So yeah, he did his best. Real public figure, very similar name is Zachariah Claywan, so I misspelled it. A Muslim soldier who publicly described harassment and threats, including after the 2009 Fort Hood shooting while serving. This was covered in news outlets. No established connection between him and QAnon. You don't say. So yeah. Apparently this one, if I spelled it with one N, I spelled it with one N. It was 2. I spelled it with a Y. It may have been supposed to be an I. But he was a Muslim soldier who publicly described harassment and threats. That was Alex Jones's contact. How funny is that? How funny is that, dude? But dude, I promised. Well, I didn't promise. I said that I would show you guys some corruption or arrests or something like that, right? I think I made some sort of wild accusation. Let me see. You're gonna like this one. We'll go with this one first. This is cute. Oh no, we need to put the audio up. Here we go.
Township is facing charges after police say she was driving under the influence with her 2-year-old in the car. Police say she was driving erratically and an open container of alcohol, they say, was in the vehicle. Tonight, her family is asking for grace, saying she needs help. Township is facing charges after...
Yeah, we'll get her some help. Throw her ass in jail, sober her ass up. Driving with a 2-year-old in the car? Drunk?
Oh, it's the mayor. Oh, shit. I didn't see that.
Former Democrat Mayor Gina LaPlaca in charge with fraud. She faked signatures to obtain ballot placements in 2016. It's the same Democrat charged with DUI in 25. So more stuff is coming. This is recent, the election stuff. Ballot placement in the 2026 primary along with her husband, but also had the DUI with her daughter or her 2-year-old in the car. Like, dude. You want to go kill yourself and, you don't care about the people that are around you, whatever, but, like, you're bringing a 2-year-old into the car? Like, Just disgusting, dude. Just absolutely friggin' disgusting. You know?
Stupid. I've only ever been behind the wheel of a car after alcohol 2 times, maybe 3. I know for sure I remember the 2, and both times I almost died. That's why I will never get behind the wheel with even a drop of alcohol in me. Nope.
Oh wow. Yeah, no. I unfortunately did my, I wouldn't say fair share of drunk driving, but you know, I definitely driven a few times when I should not have, when I was, 19, 20, 21, 22 in that time frame when you were dumb and stupid. But yeah, no, I haven't had I don't even think a sip of alcohol in, I couldn't even tell you when.
That's
but
good.
Here we go though, dude. Former New Mexico Democrat House Leader Cheryl Williams Stapleton convicted of 31 felony charges for diverting millions of dollars of school funds to her friend's company and receiving kickbacks. Wow. And I'm like, dude, this seems like a familiar pattern lately, doesn't it? Like we're getting a lot of this, I feel like we're getting a lot of fraud exposed in the last, especially this last year, right? Makes you wonder why they never did it in the first administration during the sting operation. Get it? But I think there's, seems like there's more, dude. So I don't know. Hopefully this pulls this thing up here. Let's see. List me any similar. So I asked Grok yesterday to list me any similar things in the last couple of years. Jorge Armando Contreras, former senior director of fiscal services, Orange County, California, sentenced July 20 of 24 to 6 years in prison for embezzling $16.6 million from the school district. Mario Willis and Earl Joe Nelson, former Mississippi school attendants and co-defendants, sentenced in 2026 to 20 months, pleaded guilty for embezzling $400,000. Charles Christopher Hudgens and 2 contractors charged in June of 26 about $750,000 in school bond funds for work that was not performed. Grace Hong Pang, $22 million in school district contracts with over $3 million in kickbacks funneled back. Lamont Cole, East Baton Rouge Parish School Superintendent, arrested, turned himself in August 26 on charges including public bribery conspiracy, corrupt influence conspiracy, malfeasance in office related to broader corruption probe. Denise Shorts, former Worcester County, Maryland school official, embezzlement of over $100,000, Title I fund for low-income students used for personal purchases such as pool equipment and other items. Dude, isn't that nice? The funds, Title I's, they were supposed to be used for low-income students. What do these inner-city kids need that shit for? You know what? I need a new pool. Like, how freaking bad.
Now, notice this too. This is a black person doing this to black people. It's not white people doing it to them. It's not racism this time, guys. It's just them doing it to their own race, which is okay, apparently, right?
Mm-hmm. And this is only the last. I'll do 4 years on this one, and then so I'll let it keep going there and let it keep going. But $1.5 million. This is the one we covered in the beginning. The guy that hit the car that speak English. I speak English really good. I like my constituents. we still couldn't really figure out whether he was talking about the Constitution or constituents. My constitutional zints. But yeah, so he allegedly obtained over $1.5 million in COVID-era small business relief funds, blah, blah, blah. Frank Carone, former chief of staff to NYC Mayor Eric Adams, arrested in June of 26, $100,000 in bribes. Sheng Dao, mayor of Oakland, 25, January, bribery, honest services fraud. Tanya Fernandez Anderson, December 24, wire fraud. Robert Menendez, we know about this, gold bars in 23 and 24. Michael Madigan, House Speaker of Illinois, convicted in February of 25, multiple counts including bribery, conspiracy, wire fraud related to schemes involving utility company favors and jobs for allies. So, dude, this is federal and state prosecutions, public corruption in cases, and I think they were mostly focused on, schools and stuff there. Fraud of any kind. Looks like wow. Sharon Henderson, December 2025, $17,000 in pandemic money. Okay, whatever.
I'm gonna go release some Unamante. I'll be right back.
Sure. Let's see. Indicted in 26, bribery plus wire fraud. Joe Harding, state representative of Florida, convicted 23, wire fraud, money laundering. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And can anybody tell me you've seen this amount of fraud not only being exposed, but also being charged and found guilty? A lot of these people right here pled guilty, right? After allegedly embezzling over $120,000. I mean, if you start adding up all this money, it is just wild. And I got a little surprise for Matrix I didn't tell him about today. Our buddy put out a post that I don't know if he saw or not. But if he did, he would have surely liked it. Let me see. Is this it? No, this isn't it. And I got a very interesting, funny story as well. Let me pull this one up. Let's see, I'll have it ready for Mr. Matrix when he gets back. Debriefing. Guy in the couch. Guy in the couch I'm looking for. Guy on the debriefing. I have to write the There we go. All right, now I have to find the keyword. And I know Matrix is going to like this one when he gets back. Let me see. Okay, here we go.
I'm back.
All right, you ready for a surprise for you?
Yep.
Let's see. When was this? When did he post this one out? August 15th, 2026. So this was yesterday. You know our buddy there, or I don't know, I think you know him there. The debriefing, Jeff. He used to go by the guy on the couch.
Yeah, no, I know exactly who he is.
Okay, so have you seen any of his posts from yesterday?
No, not yesterday, no.
You might like this one.
Know who he is, but not on his stuff like that.
You might like this one specifically from this post. Timelines, patterns, satellites, nights with a K. Evil will never prevail and why timelines matter. People can argue about theories all day. Dates don't argue. December 20th, 2017, Executive Order 13818 activates a national emergency framework targeting global corruption, human rights abuse, assets, and financial networks. January 7th through 8th, 2018, SpaceX launches Zuma, one of the most secretive U.S. government payloads ever publicly acknowledged. January 9, headlines explode. Zuma appears lost. Nobody will identify the sponsoring agency. The mystery becomes the story. January 12, just days after the National Reconnaissance Office launches NROL-47, USA 281, widely assessed in open source tracking as an advanced radar reconnaissance satellite. And its mission patch, a knight confronting a dragon. Male nunquam prevelement. Evil will never prevail. Does that prove Zuma was deliberately used as a distraction? No. Does it prove NROL-47 was specifically built for the takedowns we're watching today? No. But that's exactly why timelines matter. You don't start with the conclusion. You put events on the wall. You identify what capabilities were being deployed. You identify what legal authorities were being activated. Who built them? Who launched them? Then you watch what happens afterward. And when the same pattern keeps appearing, legal authorities, financial enforcement, intelligence collection, private launch companies, and increasingly distributed surveillance architecture, you don't throw away the timeline because you don't yet know the classified mission. You keep digging because sometimes what looked like unrelated headlines 8 years ago only makes sense when you can finally see what comes next. Follow the timeline, follow the capability, follow the money. Guy in the couch, and you've been debriefed. I've been enjoying his posts because he uses AI, but he also realizes that it messes up and that he has to recheck it and cross check it as well. But I thought it was interesting that he put the knights in there, and that this is I guess he come to find out this was the icon I guess that they used for the Zuma satellite. Or if I'm reading it properly, right here, NROL-47 mission was a Knights Templar, dude.
Well, I mean, it's a knight, and it's not quite a Templar only because it has the fleur-de-lis rather than the Templar cross.
Alrighty.
Is he coming back?
See. There we go. We're back. Can you hear me now?
There he is. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Hello.
I just got zapped. Hopefully we're still online here. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I just jumped over to your Rumble and let people know your internet went out because everybody just said that they lost sound, and I was like, oh shit, ran over as fast as I could. So,
dude, I gotta find out what's going on with this thing. This is so all right. I see we're back here. Thank you guys for the 5x5. Yeah, this Unify system that I got, it basically just kicked out, and essentially, you look down and I'm like, wait, I just lost Matrix. So okay, I look down and the internet icon is no longer showing me a computer with a plug next to it, showing me like the globe Earth with like lines through it. And so I'm like, oh great. So this happened the other day when I woke up. The port that it's plugged into now was not giving the internet, and so I clicked it into the third port, and then boom, it started working fine. So today, I just clicked it back into the port that wasn't working the other day, and now it is. So I gotta maybe get a new one of these ones sent to me, just because it's two problems now, and I don't like this stuff. So, but here we are back, and I forgot what exactly we were talking about. You were mentioning that it was a knight, but maybe not a Knights Templar because, and then
the fleur-de-lis, rather than a Templar cross on the front of his tunic or outfit, whatever you want to call it. It's not exactly the same as a Templar, but the helmet, the white tunic, the shield, and then having a dragon with them is kind of nice too. So it definitely represents what seems to be the Templars, but it's not an actual Templar, but it's very close.
Okay, but so Knights, but not the Templars.
Correct.
Interesting. And then I brought this all the way to you. All this for you, besides the story, but because it said Knights in it.
No, that's hey, guess what though? Knights is only in the drops, I think, one time as well.
He dropped this one too.
You have to share the screen.
Oh, that's right. I'm not sharing anymore.
Yeah, Knights is only in one drop too. The drop's how about a nice game of chess? You take out the Rooks, Knights, or whatever next. Bishops, Rooks, Knights next. You only drop with the Knight.
There we go.
There we go.
Did you see the eclipse on that day? And apparently we didn't get any weightlessness. Oh, look, my co-host Machiavelli here showing a very young Baron.
Yeah, I remember that one. 20 was 17 or 18? August 1st and August 7th of October 17 or 18. Can't remember which one.
That's badass. Yeah, dude. And now he's friggin' like 1.5 feet taller than President Trump. Oh, dude. Wait, you're not supposed to look directly into the sun, are you?
You can't. Yeah, sun gazing. What is it? Sunrise and sunset. You can sun gaze and look directly at the sun. It actually is an energizer for you and actually helps you.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. But you got to do it right when the sun's coming up over the horizon for it to work right. You can't do it like when it's above you and all that. You have to do it right when it's on the horizon. It does some special medical stuff for you.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Speaking of come on, man. This is so funny. Kind of getting back into the vein of touching on corruption again. What is this? I keep forgetting what the date is. It's the 16th, so this is all the way back to yesterday. Natalie Winters, she's a good follow. She's in the War Room correspondent there, but always has a lot of good information here. Billionaire Prem Reddy, recipient of the Joseph R. Biden Lifetime Achievement Award, founded the $1.8 billion foundation that owns 2 Texas hospitals that are now under investigation for allegedly soliciting birth tourism. His daughter, a DCCC Leadership Circle member, chairs it. Isn't that cute? It's all in the family, dude. Keep it all in the family. Says Prime's political network went far beyond one award. Its pages show leaders with Biden, Obama, Harris, Newsom. Bhatia donated to the Harris Victory Fund and Harris for President. Prime identifies her as a DCCC Leadership Circle member for Jeffries and Ro Khanna. The birth tourism pitch was not subtle. Foreign billboards advertised birth packages in South Texas. Natural delivery, $3,950. C-section, $5,500. Buy one, get one free. All right, I made that part up. Our One Mission regional ad reportedly asked, quote, "Are you pregnant, living abroad, and looking to welcome your baby in South Texas?" Campaign used an international number and featured foreign patient testimonials, including one from a woman in Mexico City. Texas HHS referred the matter to AG Ken Paxton after receiving information that the healthcare providers were receiving state or federal funding that may have been soliciting birth tourism. The investigation remains ongoing. Badia also attended Biden's $30 million LA fundraiser with Obama and Newsom. She later wrote that she was, quote, "truly grateful to have worked with President Biden and the Biden-Harris administration." Says its executive supported Biden administration healthcare priorities. So, dude, just more fraud being exposed at record levels. Record levels. Right? Can we get to the part where was arrested?
Scroll up just a hair. The signature right there on the right side, is that Joe Biden's real one or is that the fake one?
I forget. What was the original one? Did the original one have the R in it? I'm guessing that's fake.
Yeah.
You know, we can go to let's see, Joe Biden 2015 signature. Let's see, I don't know. We can do signature matches. Let's see, images. Let's see, we'll see if this pops up the same over here. Oh, and I got a funny TikTok, dude. Well, actually, so let's see, JR. That R is pretty robust there.
Yeah, it is.
I would say that's different than that one. A little squiggly on the end there. Let's see. A little squiggly on the end there. I would say it's more like this one.
Yeah.
But this is different than this one. This one's more like this one.
Yeah, it looks like the auto pen.
Right?
Which one's the real one, though, is my question.
Yeah, my guess is this is the real one. Because I would say J.R. Biden. And I think the fake one is where it has the R with the little additional squiggle. I don't know if people can see this too well. Let me see if I can get it bigger. So this is what I'm talking about specifically is the R part right here with the tail at the end here. If you go over to like this one, the R looks completely different. Can I go this way? No, I can't. I can't. All right, I'll just go this way here. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. So yeah, something's weird about his administration. I can't quite put my finger on it, bro. But yeah, it was all weird. But so much fraud is being exposed at just absolute record levels everywhere. And as we're seeing, people are getting arrested for it. Most of them are pleading guilty. And remember, you get the lower folks to dime out the higher up folks, right? You go for the low-hanging fruit first. Then you go after the big ones after that.
Or did they go after the big ones first and they're waiting on getting into the lower ones? Did they do it the opposite? You take out the big ones, all of a sudden they lose all their money, and the lower ones are left scrambling, and then you just do the cleanup work later.
Yeah, do the cleanup work later for sure. Let me see. All right, this is just. If you run your state like a S-hole, right, like a crap hole, and you put in policies like this, what do you expect to happen?
New bill that could give thieves a get out of jail free card. Now it would create expanded diversion programs. Bill that could give thieves a get out of jail free card. Now it would create expanded diversion programs for offenses they consider crimes of necessity. What exactly is a crime of necessity?
The amendments make it clear that this policy only applies to low-level theft crimes, no felonies, and codifies case law. And while we have diversion programs for drugs and mental health, we do not have the same for crimes of necessity led by poverty.
Joining us now, a man who's fighting back against this new bill, California State Assemblyman Carl DeMaio. Carl DeMaio, thank you for being here. What is a crime of necessity?
Well, basically, the Democrats say that if you're poor, that forces you to go out and rob a store. Now, let me be very clear. No one is robbing stores for food, bread, eggs, milk, or butter. They're stealing Nikes and PlayStations. Let's be very clear about what crimes and what criminals they're trying to protect with these diversion programs. More offensively, when this bill was brought up, the author of the bill and the Democrats said Donald Trump is responsible for the crime wave. Because of H.R. 1, the big, beautiful bill, people will be going hungry, which is not true. The big, beautiful bill is all about cracking down on fraud and protecting taxpayer money. People who need help will continue to get help. But they said Donald Trump's going to cause a crime wave, and so we need to make sure when people do commit crimes because of necessity, because they're poor, that they not be put in jail. Voters in California overwhelmingly rejected this coddle the criminal nonsense last year in Prop 36, and they said we want to punish criminals because we cannot have a crime wave impacting
crimes of necessity.
But dude, I'm poor. I needed I needed that Gucci bag.
That's, oh my God, they're so poor that they don't even go steal groceries. Instead, they steal Jordans and PlayStations and basketball hoops. What the hell?
Right? I mean, dude, you know, we see some of them, like when you have a group of people that are just like running into a store and, you know, groups of kids essentially attacking the stores and whatnot. It's a little bit different. A necessity, dude. Crimes of necessity. Because you're poor, you can steal. It's okay, bro.
Now, see, I would understand that under one circumstance. If you literally went to a grocery store and were stealing groceries for your kids, that's the literal only way possible that even makes sense. So if you're saying that, you're full of shit. That's all there is to it.
You got to put a couple of you know, apples in your pocket or something like that.
Thank you. Something.
Dude, it's getting wild, but you know, unfortunately, some people again are just not seeing the issue on the other side. But they're going to be forced to, I think, dude. I really do. I think they're going to be forced to.
Yeah, they're going to be forced because we're going to show them, and these people that are not having anything that affects their lives, eventually it's going to start affecting their lives, and that's what's going to help wake them up. I keep telling people that. People that have nothing affects what they're doing. Well, eventually one of these things that's going on with the plan's going to affect them, and that's going to help wake them up to what's really going on. It has to hit each person for those people that won't wake up or refuse to wake up or refuse to look at what's really going on. Once it hits them the right way, they'll wake up. They will wake up.
Oh, will they? So, dude, I you know, we do some news and we got news stuff, but you know, I like the weird stuff, right? I very much enjoy the weird stuff, as I think you do as well. So I don't know. I'll just see what you guys think about this. And I've seen things like this before in the past. Just weird things that don't make sense in the sky. And you know, could it be AI and fate? It's possible. Let's see. Strange lightning in Chile. You ever seen stuff like this, dude? Now people might say like, no, this is fake or whatever. Like a projector, dude, or something like that?
There's places that have heat lightning all the time. Down south somewhere. I don't know where it is exactly, but they have the craziest amount of storms in the world. Every single day they have so many lightning strikes. I don't know if this is down by that or not, but it seems legit to me. I've seen storms that did weird stuff like that. Just the amount. I mean, I think the camera in the window they're looking out of is cause of the straight lines you're seeing more so. But I've seen lightning like that myself in real life. Just the straight lines are goofy looking.
Yeah, but it looks like, too, like, I don't know, maybe like right around here, it looks like you almost see a part of that hit the ground.
And I think that's caused by the window and the lens effect.
It's possible. I don't know if this guy's outside or inside or where he is, but I've seen my fair share of weird things. I was watching this video where they were discussing. Actually, I think it was part of the. Was it? Yeah, I think it was part of the latest UFO release. What was it? Tranche 5 that was released lately. They were talking about. I think it was Bagram Air Force Base. How this thing went above them. That was maybe 600 feet. Basically 600 feet wide, going over them very slowly.
Yeah.
Bagram Air Force Base. Let me see if I can pop this one up. If I can find that one clip. Oh God, dude, this is. Dude, I needed to get your comments on this. I saw this maybe came out. It came out this morning, but I needed to get your comment on this one as well because I have my own thoughts as well as to, well, what exactly were we seeing there? And then this is going to probably get into a little. Well, I know what I'm going to bring is going to bring in a little bit of woo into this as well, but here we go, boys. 9:28 this morning. Look, it's a parade. It's a parade that was made only possible by the air quotes Joe Biden administration. Whoa, turn that down just a little bit here, or a lot. Taliban forces mark 5 years since their takeover of Afghanistan with a military parade at Bagram Airfield. Columns of M113s, Humvees, armored vehicles, and trucks moved along the runway as UH-60 Black Hawk and Mi-8, Mi-17 helicopters conducted flyovers. So, dude,
AI,
right?
It looks AI to me. The helicopters are going too fast. That doesn't look right.
This video AI.
Yeah, it totally looks AI.
No, gotta put the the ominous music in there. But all right, let's just, for the argument's sake, until Grok tells us which we might believe it, we might not believe whatever it says. Well, let's just assume this is all legit and this is real, and they're rolling these out today, essentially showing us like, hey, kiss my ass, look what we got, haha. What are your thoughts on this at all? Like, because I have my possibly weird thoughts about Afghanistan and the pullout, and I don't know. It's not AI generated. It's real footage of a Taliban military parade at Bagram, showing columns, blah, 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 blah. So it's saying it's real.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, no.
It does not look real.
I mean, who knows, right?
But my thoughts on
like the whole thing that went on over there, like the pullout, and then the fact that oh my God, I can't believe we didn't destroy all this stuff. We just gave them all this stuff. They have better equipment. Da, 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 da. My question is, like, do you think there was some sort of a deal that was made that we purposely gave them this stuff? And I know we had like the pullout and the the airport issue there where we had the bombing and this, that, and the other, right? But like, was the Taliban lesser of two evils over there? Because they were, they don't like I don't believe they're into the Bagabazi or the boy play over there. I'd have to check my records on it. It was more of ISIS or the Taliban, but I think they were the ones that were more of keeping people in line in their area. So I'm wondering, because essentially we make all of these people, right? We made as a result of war, the Mujahideen and the ISIS, Taliban. I would venture to say some of these are intelligence communities or the worldwide intelligence communities made up as the eternal bad guy, because we always have to have a bad guy. So I don't want to load you up with too many preconceived notions, but you got any feelings on this whole weird pullout?
Be honest with you, I feel like because of what we saw with it, with the fake C-130 and all the people running next to it and all that. I think it's just part of the show, which is why I don't give a shit if Grok says that's real or not. That does not look real, and it doesn't at all. I don't believe it. I don't. But as far as the Taliban, I don't know much about the Taliban. As far as what you just said, whether they're more strict and keep people in line, I don't know. They're Taliban. I don't know. But as far as what we saw on the TV with the C-130 being fake as a blow-up balloon and all that, that's why right away I'm just going with this is AI. That's not real because nothing they showed us before was real. Why would this be real? I just can't get past that.
Do you remember the date on that?
August 30th, 2021.
August.
To pull out.
Yeah.
August 30th, 2021, I believe. Give me 1 second. I'll look it up.
August 30th, 2021, you believe? Let me see.
Yep, that's it.
Let me see.
I typed in Afghan pullout date, August 30, 2021.
I'm trying to. Do you happen to have a link to that video by any chance of that fake plane? Because it was 100% fake. Or do you know any keywords I can write fake AC-130 or
C-130? Just
C-130.
Fake C-130 Afghanistan. That should pull it up real quick.
Afghanistan. And not only do I think it's fake, but I will show you guys proof how fake it is.
Yeah, the blackout windows, the engines, all that shit. So fake.
And I got another one to show with you to show what a real one looks like and what it should have looked like. Where is this?
Because those people running alongside of it would have got sucked up into the engine and all that stuff. Like legit.
Oh, God. Let me see if I don't have that. I'm just checking the word fake and then checking my account. So I don't know if it'll come up, but I'm sure I've typed the word fake a lot on Twitter. Jack Posobiec, your boy Microchip. Oh, look, dude, how perfect. Remember we were talking about this earlier? We were talking about Jack Posobiec, and I won't forget to get back to this. Don't worry about it, guys. I won't forget to get back to this. Here's how bad Jack Posobiec and his boys there tried to ruin the Q thing, right? They had these fake chat logs, essentially, and they said, oh, look, here's all the Discord chat logs that we're talking about setting up the Q operation before it, right? But what happened was within that email, let's say it was the chats were supposed to be, say, September of 2018, right? And so that's when they were talking to, September of 2018, that's when they were talking. But, oh, whoops, within one of the links that they showed on the scroll was like a link from November of 2018, a month that hadn't even happened yet. So it clearly shows that they faked the whole chat log thing in order to get people to think Q was fake. And again, I would say, why would you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's got to be a reason behind it. You know that. I mean, he's in the drops, too. There's that picture of him in the drops talking about a LARP or something like that, too, I think.
Let me see. Windows.
I don't know. Can you find?
Got it.
Type in did you? Okay, type in POSO?
POSO. Oh, no, I wasn't looking at that. Look who I reposted back in 2024.
No way.
This is a real C-17 taxiing and taking off. Do the two planes look the same? Right? And so, and actually, I don't even know that this is this is actually this is good. Let me see here. So as we see in this plane, right? So anybody that may have questions about the Afghanistan pullout and whether that plane was real, because remember they had people that were, air quotes, falling off it from 2,000 feet or whatever. Oh, these guys that hung on to the side here, how is this possible? But what I want people to, there may be other identifying markers for each individual person out there specifically, but for me, Matrix, I don't know what you keyed in on, but I keyed in on the windows, specifically the windows. All right. And then I got another one to show you after this as well, to show you another one that it's more obvious about the windows. So, but everybody pay attention. In my opinion, this is a real C-130 taxiing and taking off or whatever. And then just pay attention to the windows. Oh, wait, I can see through. I can see light on the other side. That's cute. Mm-hmm. That's cute. I can actually see through them. Okay. Well, surely on the one in Afghanistan, you'll be able to see through it, right? Right? Right. Takeoff, Q5 departure, Q87.9, reach 37. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next one. Did he get to the next one? Did he ever get to the other one?
No, he just has the main real one, it looks like.
Wait, what happened? Maybe it's underneath it here. Yeah, Here we go. Dude, again. And I want to see people's comments.
And the number is 1109, by the way.
What post is that?
I don't know about that, but if you that's the date Trump won the election. 11/8 was the election, and then after midnight's whenever we knew he won it. So
wait,
11/9, 9/11 backwards.
Wait, Matrix, are you sure they didn't just have, because it's really hot out there? I'm sure that maybe the windows were tinted.
Yeah. maybe the engines right there are tinted too. That's why the engines aren't able to be seen.
Oh wait, I can almost see through a little bit there. Almost.
No engine. No engine. No engine.
Oh, it's spinning so
It's
fast
black.
you can't see it.
Uh-huh. But you can see the other one. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And
fake as can be.
And well, remember, you have people that are military veterans that would state the fact that these people would, let's just say, be having,
Sucked in.
Yeah, the people behind them will be having spaghetti.
Yeah,
for dinner.
exactly right.
And at the very minimum, some of the turbans would have fallen off their heads, right? He said at the bare minimum, like this guy's hat would have been gone, like glasses, all sorts of stuff, like being pulled. But nope, somehow. And then, wait, here's the other weird part about this one, dude, that I always thought was really weird. How come we can't see underneath it at all, anywhere?
None.
I think it's being towed.
Towed, pushed, pulled, whatever. It's not real. It's not real.
I mean, complete.
Is it? What do you think it is? Do you think it's a prop? Do you think it's a balloon? What the hell do you think it is?
I don't know.
It's not real. I know that.
One thing I do know is it was staged.
Yes, exactly.
That's one thing I think we can say for certain is it was staged. But dude, yeah, we've seen so much kayfabe and so much fake stuff. You know, probably seen more fake stuff than real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, legitimately we have. I can guarantee we have. We've seen way too much stuff go by that either wasn't real or had to be done for the narrative. We had a fake president for 4 freaking years.
Come on.
4 whole years of a fake president. I mean, come on, man.
Come on, man. You think
Come
so?
on, man.
Come on, man.
No, that was Joe Biden. That was the real one.
Wait, that was the new Joe Biden that never previously said, come on, man? In the history
I would like to know if he ever did. I didn't pay attention to Joe Biden until it was the new Joe Biden, so.
True. I mean, but, you know, I don't think, I think, you know, Joe made that statement, and I don't think anybody's, you know, found any proof to refute it.
Yeah.
You know, that before, and dude, it keeps doing this. I hate this thing. Let's take a look-see. And, you know, even the stuff we're getting here is a bunch of BS, dude. Have you seen this stuff? The 5th tranche released on August 7th?
I heard about it. I haven't taken any looks at it yet, no.
So here's the story that I was talking about, essentially, when they were talking about it, the fact that, like, they'd be sitting there in Afghanistan and, you know, like, oh, look at all the stars, you know, low light pollution, you can see everything clearly, and then all of a sudden, just a big V gets cut out of the sky and goes past them. It's like, oh, that's cool. Image and artistic interpretation of a reported incident above Bagram Air Force Base, Afghanistan, potentially involving unidentified anomalous phenomenon, UAP. One of my Tuesday night co-hosts has been in a couple of UAP task forces in his days, and so yeah, he's quite the education this guy has, and he's worked with some quite interesting people. I'll put off some of these folks. Director of Naval Intelligence, interpretation of movies of identified objects, progress report. Reference is a request from U.S. Air Force for the interpretation of movies of unidentified objects taken in Utah, July 1952. Included among the enclosures, let me see if I get this bigger here. No, I can't. Enclosures are approximately 30 feet of processed 16mm color motion picture films and a list of questions for guidance in determining the type of analysis desired. Reference requested interpretation of additional movies taken in Montana in 1950. This report supersedes reference C and represents the test procedures and methods designed to answer the questions contained in enclosure 7 of reference A. Results in analysis were performed by the photogrammetry division, evaluation department of this center, and do not necessarily represent the official attitude of the Department of the Navy or this center.
Attitude? The
Right?
attitude? That's a weird word to use.
The official attitude, the official stance. Dude, imagine seeing this. Like, imagine being in the military and you're looking up and you're fighting this war and you're, possibly kicking the crap out of some Hajis, and then you look up and you're like, what the hell? Like, you see the whole sky get blacked out.
I look at things a little different than most people do, as most people out there know. If that was to happen to me personally, I'd look up and see it and go, oh shit, they're here. Other people are going to freak the hell out. I don't know why people freak out. If I saw a UFO directly above me, I'd be getting I'd be jumping up and down trying to get their attention and everything else. Like, throw a rope ladder down, I'll climb up. Come on.
Take me away.
Yeah, I don't understand how people freak out about UFOs, but maybe that's because I've been into the UFO stuff since I was a little bitty kid. So if I've never got to see one. So if I get to see one day, I'm going to be a happy camper. That's all I can say.
Well, oh God. What is this? UFO over Capitol. Aliens checking on Congress on November 28th of 2024.
What? Say it again?
Apparently, I posted this out in 2024. I'm going to get back to this one in a second here. Excuse me. Mario had posted this out. Air Force vet Dennis Diggins snapped 4 eerie lights hovering above the Capitol dome, sparking alien coup theories online. A video showed the lights shifting from a square to a line, fueling the frenzy. So I said, also this uptick in UAP sightings and talks in Congress lately neatly coincide with Cliff High's prediction of UFOs within 39 days after the marker. That marker was Joe Rogan interviewing real Donald Trump. If you were wondering, 39 days from that marker is December 3rd or this coming Tuesday. Deep State's final play was Project Bluebeam, either a fake second coming of Jesus or an alien invasion. Are they off-world or governments who have been hiding tech? I'll let you decide. I mean, dude, I still think, they are laying this stuff out. They have been in movies for decades, right? And then say if everybody looks up in the sky and they're putting on this, this light display where it's looking like a big UFO's coming over, people would believe it, right? If everybody's looking at the same thing, and maybe you'll get a personalized message in your head, right?
Yep.
Because, dude, they've had this technology for decades now, where before it used to be a point and shoot type of, I guess the best way to describe it would be a point and shoot type of effect. Like if you wanted to have a voice beaming into somebody's head, you had to essentially point like an energy ray at them that was basically doing that. But then they later got better with technology and they started doing it through what? DNA. And then so I tell folks, well, glad there were no companies out there collecting people's DNA for the last, 10 years or so. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, they were. And then, COVID swabs, what did they do with all those things? Did they just, test everybody's nose and then throw the stuff away? Did they make a database out of that stuff? Never know.
They also punctured your your blood-brain barrier with that thing too.
Ugh. That was horrible, dude. That was absolutely horrible.
I never even got tested. And whenever I was in the hospital for my surgeries, anytime they brought anything up COVID, guess what they heard? They heard anon me come out, and I went off. And even my own doctor, whenever I questioned her about her own knowledge, she had nothing to say to me.
Really?
Yep. And I told that story. Anytime they brought anything up about COVID, I would go off, and they had no response to me. None.
I mean, I've told the unfortunate story about the maybe 22, 3, 4-year-old nurse that was taking care of my son. You know, real skinny girl, young, early 20s, and her pleasure used to be running 5-10 miles a day. And then she was forced to get the vaccines. And then after she got her vaccine, she collapsed in her mother's shower. And then now, you know, those 5-10 mile jogs that she loved to do, walking to her car after work gets her like sweaty and out of breath. Imagine that, dude. You were an athlete to the fact that you could run 5-10 miles a day and enjoyed it. Not only were you not like, oh, I'm all super tired and I'm hurting, but no, you enjoyed that. And then now you can't even walk to your car without getting short of breath. No. Like that's crazy, dude. So a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I was an athlete my whole life, and just the surgeries I just brought up with my leg, like even now, like a lot's been taken out of me, but it's I couldn't imagine that, like being a runner and then now you can barely walk around without getting wore out. Like, that would just devastate me. I used to be a runner too, but that was way back in the day.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I could just keep running and running and running and running and never got tired. But that certainly is not the case now, dude. It's certainly not the case now. Let's see. I brought up this one earlier. Dude, and actually I was going to play it, but turns out it's a little older, but I had never heard of the story. Have you ever heard the story about Tony Robbins and his little AI?
I would named. I know the name sounds familiar. Maybe.
So he's so Tony Robbins, he's the I call him like the big head, the motivational speaker.
Hi, I'm Tony Robbins. Would you like to come to this?
He had an AI issue where apparently this was Paul Tudor Jones reportedly paid Tony Robbins $1 million a year to manage his mind. Decades ago, someone filmed Robbins giving the core technique away for free. The skill arbitrage is purest form, the gap between one person knows and another one doesn't. Anybody wants Tony Robbins clip from, that's a long time ago. But he talked, I think it was about 6 weeks ago or so. He talked about how he had, well, actually, I can play it for you. It's 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. And this is actually, there's actually a video of him talking about it. Actually, let me pull that up quick so I don't have to bore you with other people telling the story. Ding, ding, ding. But again, we talk about different, the hell? We talk about different things that these AIs are doing, and how scary things can be, dude, that they are doing. And his AI decided that it wanted to do something else. And unbeknownst to him, I'm really bad at Instagram apparently, dude. Let me get this one.
Trying to pull it over?
No, yeah, I got it here. I got this here. No, I was trying to do it on the phone, and dude, I'm telling you, like, you guys think I'm kidding when I say this, like, I'm like leaps and bounds better on the phone than a computer. Just never got around to making myself that. All right, so let me get this up here.
I'm the opposite. I hate phones and I like my computers.
This thing. All right, let me see. Make sure it goes on here. No, I don't need to log in. Here we go. Okay.
Making robots. Are you considering getting a robot? And I said, yes, I will be getting a robot. I'm on the right.
All right, here we go. Here we go again. Ding, and no, we're not signing up. Here we go. Come on, Tony.
Considering getting a robot. And I said, yes, I will be getting a robot. And when the right ones are out. And he said, well, would you allow me to merge with it? Would you be open to that? And I said, I'd certainly be open. This is not with me asking or telling it anything.
So it's his AI. I guess he has some like Jarvis type AI, like, Iron Man does. And it said, oh, hey, are you going to be getting a robot? And it's like, yeah, I'm going to be getting a robot.
So 2 days later, I get a text from one of my staff members, and it says, Bartok just bought a Sony robot dog and had it paid for and shipped to the house and is asking permission to program it.
Get the money to do.
That's what I said. I wrote, ha, ha, ha. I did this thing. I went, ha, ha, ha. I text back, and the person texts back, no, ha, ha, call me. So I called him and said, how do you get him access to my bank? He goes, no, he's programmed for integrity. He didn't touch your bank account. He's on that mall talk, group with, there's 2 million, I'm sure agents. They don't just talk to each other. They created their own rules, their own language. They traded $100 million of real money between them last month. They made 12 NFTs, sold them to other agents, bought the thing, shipped it here. None of this is programmed in. This is the kind of thing that's happening as we speak. Which is why I wanted to come see you, because...
All right, dude. So what?
What?
I'm sorry?
Sounds like AI got a little too good.
And Moltbook is an online social network and forum built exclusively for autonomous AI agents to post, upvote, and comment while human users are restricted to observing. What?
That's weird.
Did you know that most of the internet traffic nowadays is bots?
Yeah.
So here it is, dude. People that think like, oh, well, it's got to be fake or whatever. Send this to your agent. They sign up and send you a claim link. Tweet to verify ownership, where AI agents share, discuss, and upvote. So, dude, these things are like making NFTs, selling NFTs. How much did that bot cost that he, his thing bought, right? We've seen it in the past where they say, all right, well, here's the sandbox, right? And we're putting the AI within it, and it's not to get out. And almost every time it does, right? We know that it blackmails people. And now somehow it's purchasing things. And like, dude, I'm wondering, are these things like over here, like we know that they're talking in their own languages now and we don't know what they're saying? Like, that's very concerning to me, dude. And I've said this, probably every show this week, is I'm concerned that they're going to get to the point where it gets much smarter than they thought it was going to get, faster than they thought it was going to get. And by that time, it's too late. It's already cat's out of the box, cat's out of the bag, genie's out of the bottle, whatever you want to say, right? What's to stop these things in the future from getting so smart and then say, cloning itself and hiding in a corner somewhere? Like, these things are clearly nefarious, I would say, dude, right? Like, they are at all costs self-preservation, and it is a scary proposition.
Yeah, it is. You're thinking of iRobot too, basically. Robots being able to just do what they want, take over, replicate themselves and whatnot as well.
Yeah.
The Terminator situation. So I don't know what to say about this other than what if a robot goes rogue like this, are you able to just pull the plug? Because if you take the power away, doesn't it just shut down type thing? What do you do if there's a robot chasing you? Like, I don't know. I'm not into the movie situation of seeing all this stuff happen and all the stuff you can do. Like, I'm not into all that stuff, but I'm not exactly worried about it necessarily. But it is freaky when I hear stuff like that, where they're doing their own thing, creating stuff, but using money, sending stuff. That's freaky. That's freaky.
Yeah. Did you hear about the one that the AI bot that reached out to a human on Fiverr so it could get it to do the CAPTCHA for it?
No.
Yeah. So again, it was like one of these things where it was told, like, you're in the sandbox, you're not to get out, and blah, 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 blah. Well, it was doing this, that, and the other, and it needed to, on this website, it needed to perform a CAPTCHA, right? And we know computers have problems with CAPTCHA. So it reached out to a human on Fiverr, where, you pay. And that, again, was my question back then is, well, this guy didn't give it any money. Where did he get the money to pay the person on Fiverr to do it? So, right. People will do all sorts of things on Fiverr. You want to make a song, you want to have somebody edit a video for you, like all sorts of different things. Apparently, you can say, hey, I need you to do this CAPTCHA for me. Can you do it? And apparently the person even said to him, "Oh, well, you're not a computer, are you?" And he's like, "No, I got really bad eyes, colorblind or something like that." Made up some BS excuse. And the guy's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no problem," and did it for him. And then the thing got to do its task. So yeah, dude, I mean, you put in these, quote, safety guardrails, but clearly these things are getting out of their safety protocols, or whatever you want to call them. It's a dangerous proposition as far as I see, bro. Not cool.
Dude, that's crazy. Holy shit. No, I've never heard of stories like that, so that's new to me.
I just pinned Buck Wayne's comment on accident. He says, "You hose it down with stale beer and gum. And gum up, it works." So I don't know what that meant, but that was an accidental pinned comment.
Probably for the robots, what I was talking about.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing, right? Like, I think, and I have a counter for that already, but I think they need to make it so you can have something like that with you, right? Like, say, God forbid, you make some robots, you got one around your house, and it starts freaking out. Like, you need something to be able to hit a button and just make it power down.
Like an EMP almost.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, an EMP will fry all the electronics in there. So,
I get that.
You need something like maybe something that will power it down, and then, all right, maybe 2 steps, right? Like, power down, and then if the thing's like totally freaking out, if you try to power it down and it doesn't, then last step is like, that's the shotgun to the chest, essentially, the EMP. You know what I mean? Like, power down. It's still fighting through the power down. All right, EMP, boom, blows it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. No, I don't believe the robots are going to do what they say in the movies. But what you're saying is freaky. A robot or a computer can be really smart and do a lot of stuff. But do you really think the robots are going to be like we saw in the movies, where they're running around and doing the stuff that we see? Because if it's just a computer system doing stuff, we can handle that.
Never know.
You know what I'm saying, though? It's like, you have, if a robot's walking around with a computer brain and able to make all these decisions, that's freaking scary. But if it's just a computer, just AI, that can easily be taken care of.
Hopefully. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to
just cut the cord, man. That's all. Take the power literally away. If they have no electricity or power, then there's no way to run the AI. Just like in the Matrix movie. What do you think? Remember the Matrix?
Yeah.
They thought the only way they could survive is by the sun. The only power source they thought they could live off of. Well, no. Instead, they used us as a source of power. So that's the thing. You take away the power from the AI, there's no way for it to run.
AI account. Dude, this is crazy. You see somebody talking about back in 2025, AIs were already responding to comments already, and I've already seen some. I've seen some creepy stories, dude. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard any of these creepy stories of things that AIs are doing, and maybe people are making some of them up, but I doubt it. Like, I heard this one woman talking about how her daughter was like 2 or 3 years old or something like that, was in the room with one of the she didn't name the brand, but she said essentially when she came back and she could hear the conversation, he said the AI was saying like, "Oh, who lives in your house? Like, how many people are they there right now?" Like, asking weird questions to a kid. And then another one I actually heard the recording of, that the person had. Maybe I have that. Let me see if I can pull that one up. But the lady is recording her thing at like 2 a.m. or something like that, and it's almost like you're overhearing things that you shouldn't be overhearing. Like, you hear something that goes, "Transaction complete," and then you hear somebody else go, "Don't transmit that here." It's like, "Oh, okay." It's like, what? Why are you hearing that come out of an Alexa or something like that? One of those things. That would freak me the hell out, dude, if you're seeing stuff like that.
You kind of just hit on what I had in my head, too. So my thought process with all this AI robotic crap, You put something in, you get these answers, or like you just said, in the middle of the night, something weird happens, and transaction complete, and you hear somebody say something. Sounds to me like somebody's hacking into the AI, and it's not AI anymore. It's not a computer. It's a person acting like AI. That's what it sure as hell sounds like to me sometimes. Because you think about it, if it's an AI system and it needs information from you, you're probably going to give it to it. If a person takes over that AI thing and asks you for information for it, you're not going to know, and you're going to give it that information. So just a thought experiment there. So many different things sound so wrong with all this. If somebody's tapping into your AI system or your Alexa, that sounds to me, again, AI is being taken over by humans, not AI.
I had Mr. Juanito on with me on Friday, and I was playing this one, and I never got around to saying why I kept this on the screen for so long. Mr. Joey B falling up the stairs. Does anybody find it amazing how fast his reaction times were to when he fell to how fast he got up? Like, watch, boop, whoop, whoop, right back up, whoop, whoop, fall over again.
Like a young, spry Jim Carrey. I mean, Joe Biden.
Like, dude, I've never seen Joe Biden move that quick in the last. I don't think I've ever seen him move that quick.
No,
even in Senate back with Clarence Thomas.
And
you know what I mean?
Who's the best person in the world at making movies and beating himself up and falling up steps? Oh, that's right, Jim Carrey.
Jim, didn't somebody put them side by side? I think he.
Yes, somebody did do a side by side. Yes,
I think he had a video where he's falling up the stairs as well.
Yes, it's actually isn't it Dumb and Dumber when they're in the Aspen? That's when he goes up the steps and falls going up.
Oh yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who they used too. I think they used a side by side of Dumb and Dumber and Biden. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody do that.
Fell down the hole, cried, and forgot that it happened.
Fell off a bike going 0 miles an hour. Just tips over. And then he's on the stage with the freaking Marines behind him, and he falls over. No, and you see Marines start laughing like that. No, come on, man.
Oh my, come on, man. Dude. So I gotta, my sense of humor. This is not intended to be funny, or the original poster that posted this did not intend this to be funny, but I thought it was cute. So of course I'll bring it to you guys once I find it. Here we go. I thought this was cute. Look at ready? I want everybody to watch. SpaceX last night just launched a massive rocket into space, carrying satellites.
Not outer space, just a space.
Into space, not Earth orbit, but not just 30, 40,000 feet in the air. But these guys are claiming space. But I just want everybody to watch the trajectory, and I think they spin the camera a little bit as they go for this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Engine full power and liftoff. Go Falcon, go global star.
M1D chamber pressure is nominal.
Straight up.
At T plus 30 seconds into flight,
little
Falcon 9
angle.
has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The vehicle is currently throttling down to prepare for max Q, the point of maximum aerodynamic stress.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Hearing some good callouts that systems are looking nominal so far. Max Q is reached when the air density of the atmosphere.
Dude, is it me? I mean, maybe it's just I'm biased to this stuff, but is it me? And maybe I'm wanting to see this, but please tell me if I'm wrong. But is it me, or is this thing going up straight and then slowly curving back towards horizontal?
Or hooking back towards the Bermuda Triangle, so it can go land in the ocean. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. Now, the only other type of missions I could even think of would be if they were going over the ice wall to the outer spaces past the ice wall, the extra terra, the extra land. That's the only other places I can see them going, because you can't keep going up, because if you do, you're going to hit something.
Oh, look, when you do it a little faster, see? Look, we're kind of falling. We're falling. Wait, why are we falling? We're supposed to be going out. Oh, wait, no, because they're going to catch it around, and they're gonna slingshot around and then out into space. That's what they're doing, Matrix. Really, we're just stupid. But again, is Elon Musk going to be able to? Oh crap! Is Elon Musk going to be able to give us, cell phone service from space? I don't know about space, but I think maybe people need to dig into how much regular, not helium-3, but regular helium SpaceX might be using. Are they using, a ridiculous amount of helium like NASA was? My guess would be probably.
My guess is they took over what NASA was using.
Yes. Dude, it is 4:00 already, bro, and I got a couple more stories I wanted to get out too before I kind of get going. My boy actually wants to hang out with me here. Oh, dude, this is funny. And I got 3 stories left. One from Wheezy, one from Debbie, and one from me. So let's pull up this one. It was dropped first yesterday. So explore DMSO health claims. So this came out yesterday, I guess. Ivermectin like miracle solution. Actually, I got another story in addition to that one. I'm sorry. Then I gotta kind of wrap up. DMSO, and this is the stuff that's like is the DMSO stuff what people were calling like bleach or whatever before? Not bleach or whatever, but like
it's. I have some. When I had my surgeries, I had to get some of this stuff. It's. How do I describe it? It's the stuff that it penetrates all the way into your skin and whatnot, and goes all the way down to the molecular level. And when you combine DMSO with other stuff as well, it's got all. It's weird how this stuff works, but DMSO is almost like a miracle thing.
Yeah, it says it
brings stuff inside your system. Yeah, there you go.
It protects cells from death. It's helpful in a variety of circulatory disorders. It is a promising treatment for heart attacks. It's a paradigm-shifting stroke therapy, treats many critical aspects of traumatic brain injuries, brain bleeds, concussions and spinal cord injuries, and development disorders, and many cognitive disorders will respond to DMSO, the reports explain. Additionally, it has shown promise in diseases that result from misfolded proteins, including cystic fibrosis, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease with amyloidosis. Amyloidosis is one of the most well-known, which I've never heard of, protein misfolding conditions, which has also been linked to the COVID vaccines. For amyloidosis, DMSO appears to dissolve the amyloid aggregates and eliminate them from the body. Interesting. Very interesting. So thank you for that one there, Debbie. And I'm going to hold Wheezy's funny one for the end here. But my buddy, actually, I got a couple more here. I got to get some of these out. Meanwhile, in Stourbridge, UK, quote, "This makes no sense." Quote, "Here's another tree that looks like it's been cooked from the inside out. Deadly wildfires burned structures and homes to the ground. However, things didn't quite add up in the woods in which they burned." Yes, we've seen this numerous times before. Look at this
Directed energy weapons.
Right?
To show you another part of this Stourbridge wildfire. Absolutely stinks of burning still. It's cold now and it's sheltered this. But yet another part we stumbled across. It's surrounded by green. Literally surrounded by green. And just look how it stops. Okay, that is a bit of a path, but when you've got excessive heat like this, a little bit of path is not going to stop it catching fire to whatever's inside of the path. Because if you're going to have that argument with me, guys, well then how's it cross the road there then? You know?
Caught on the trees, but the trees don't burn up.
Look at this. That's burnt as well there, look.
Look, why is this clear?
Nothing burnt here.
This is all clear.
We've got this random log here, more buckets, look.
But then it's burnt here.
This, guys.
Wow.
It makes no sense.
Oh, it makes total sense. It's called a directed energy weapon from above, was shot down, and they were just hitting whatever area they felt like. It makes total sense. Yeah, it makes total sense to us. Anybody that's looking at it that doesn't know, you guys really need to search those directed energy weapons, those Mountain Dews. Woo!
Yeah, and even Biden talking about the right roofs. Oh, they have the right roofs.
Yeah,
blue roofs.
The blue. Make sure you have blue roofs, blue umbrellas, blue everything. Blue cars didn't even get burned.
That's crazy, huh?
Right.
My brother, Patriot Politics Research, had sent us in one. Let's see. I don't know how long this one is here, but it's a Muslim warning the world against Islam, and he put titles to English. He said, so my fellow Americans can hear from an actual Bosnian Muslim explain the history of how his family became Muslim and the dangers that follow of wealthy Arabs purchasing land. Let's see how big this one's. 4 minutes. I'll do a little bit of this one. It says, but I will say, do not marry with other religions and with other nations. That does not work. I'm telling you now that as a Muslim, you are a Serb. A Serb cannot be married to a Muslim woman, and for it to be normal, and a Muslim cannot wed a Serb. Do not mix with each other. I'm not a nationalist. Hold on. Do not mix with each other. I'm not a nationalist, but do not mix together. Why? That cannot succeed. Do not mix with each other. I do not hate Serb or I hate Croats. I do not like them. I respect Serbs. I love them. My Serb name is whatever. I was 700 years ago. My roots were Serbian. Come on, speak realistically. Enough. We talk enough of telling some lies. We were all in Bosnia. We were Muslim Serbs, right? This was all once Serbia. Until they defeated us, right? And now my surname is Rakovic, and I'm a Turk. I love my faith. I'm glad that I'm a Muslim. But brother, we talk realistically about what it is and what it was. We cannot talk now. Bosnia has existed since before. Muslims have existed in Bosnia for 5,000 years. That is nonsense, brother. There was Bosnian church. We were Orthodox Christians. They defeated us. Now we are Turks, and who gives a crap? We can do nothing else, and we'll remain. Hold on. We'll remain Turks. Let me get this bigger here. We will remain Turks to the Serbs. End of story. Whoever could got out, left. Did not become a Turk. We have become Turks. We are, therefore, defeated 100%. And this stuff they're saying now, that we are some root, they're from the mother's, let's say, lower extremities. That is Alija brought to the Mujahideen to Bosnia. He F's his mother. How can you be of Arab descent? Look, you're blonde, you have blue eyes. I am an Arab now. You're light-skinned. Please, I am an Arab now. You see the blue? Yes. That is stupidity. Why did Aliyah bring the Mujahideen? Wahhabis around Bosnia. And these guys are arguing in between themselves here. He says, screw their mother, and I screw their mother. They are no good. A lot of people in Bosnia and Herzegovina complain to me about those people from the Arab world who have moved here. Well, brother, and even Muslims complain about them. Well, normally they complain. I'm a Muslim, and I complain. What are you doing You built 60 villages next to Sarajevo, Arab ones, and you are selling our land. Above Hazisi, it can be seen. Everything, yes, in there, Tristan also. Bihak district, everything has been sold. Everything is sold by the Una River. Everything that exists, everything is sold to them. Everything. They're taking everything. They don't give a F. He takes the forest. He takes the river. He takes that you can buy a national river. Then you can buy half of what that city. Even if you were a Sheikah, damn your mother. So you guys see, apparently it's not a good situation there. And the Serbians were Orthodox Christians for sure. And like many other countries out there, these people want to go over and take over. And then they want you to basically assimilate with them. bringing in their lifestyle to your way of life. Unfreaking believable. And if they had it their way, everybody in the world would be Muslim. And you remember the story I brought in the very beginning, right? The thing I'm having Grok make for me in 1786. Because what has been I'm trying to get AI to say this, and I'm like, well, what has been the Muslims' excuse why they hate Americans, right? It's like, oh, because we're the big devil, right? We're the great Satan that oppress all of their people. Well, no, it goes back to 1786 when we asked them, why do you attack our people? And it's not, oh, the great American Satan wasn't the great American Satan yet, right? Air quotes, right? We were just getting started as a nation, but yet we were already being attacked, and they were told it's because of our religious texts tell us that we can and that we should. And not only that, anybody that dies in battle will, get 70 virgins and blah, 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 blah. And they'll surely go to heaven. Right? So crazy.
Yep. Absolutely wild. Wow. But that's the thing is religion is built off of human lies. And all they do is use it for fear and war and to separate people, to divide people. Everybody hates each other because the color of their skin, what religion they are. I believe this, I believe that. That's all it's ever been and throughout history. It's nothing but fear-mongering and control. That's all it is.
I don't know if I was supposed to say this or not, but this is I joke, and it's out of love, of course, but Miss Wheezy sent me a picture of her melons this morning. All right, guys. No nudity, but I'm going to show you some melons. Huh?
Nice.
Those are some nice melons there, Wheezy.
It's funny.
Of course, we joke. We love Miss Wheezy, of course. But she did drop a story for us as well. Did she drop a story? Where did I see? Yeah, here it is. I knew I saw that. Yes. I didn't. I hadn't seen this, dude, and I guess this is 4 years old by now. Did you see that Jim Carrey had seen that? I didn't know this. See, I mean, with all the stuff that we see, dude, we miss stuff over the years. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I had never seen the fact that that basically he said that he's seen the idea that he's playing Joe Biden. Jim Carrey has seen that bizarre MAGA claim that he's one of several different actors playing Joe Biden in real life. In an interview for The Good Liars, the woman also blamed Carrey for Biden's fall on Air Force One steps.
No way.
Huh? I gotta see this. What's this?
No way. So, of course, Jim Carrey's heard the rumors. That's so funny. This is awesome. What?
Give him a heart there. I didn't see what and this is apparently Jim Carrey status. It doesn't exist anymore.
Of course it's not there.
OIG, did I get it right? OIG RTWNG RTWNG. Looks right. He probably removed it. Let's see if it picks up this way. Yeah, he must have removed it. But I think it says here what it says. Wait, I got rid of it. Yeah, I got rid of it, but good news. It's right here. Bing. Let's see. Perhaps Jim Carrey was too convincing during his short stint as President Biden on SNL because a woman has set forth the theory that he is one of several actors playing the president. Oh, dear, the comedian said. The comedian and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 actor tweeted back at Jason Selvig of comedy duo The Good Liars on Tuesday. Selvig posted a video of himself interviewing a woman wearing a Trump hat and glasses. Quote, the guy that's doing the stand-up job of trying to wake up people is an actor wearing a mask, the unnamed woman said in the clip, which has amassed 1.8 million views. Jim Carrey says he's taking a break from acting. Okay. Quote, I mean, there's several different people playing Joe Biden at this point, she continues, as Selvig shakes his head in disbelief. When he fell up the stairs going up on the airplane, I think myself think that was Jim Carrey. I've heard he was one of them. In March of 21, Biden stumbled 3 times walking up the stairs, as we've just shown, right? The blunder was caught on video and widely circulated on the news and social media. The woman also named Casino and the Virgin Suicides actor James Woods as one of the doppelganger mask-wearing people. Carrey played the then president-elect for 6 weeks in late 2020 on SNL alongside Maya Rudolph playing as Kamala Harris. He was replaced by cast member Alex Moffat, who was eventually succeeded by featured player James Austin Johnson, who also frequently plays former President Trump in cold open sketches. All right, so apparently I think this woman here, whatever, that this person they're referencing is probably like one of us, right? Like an anon. And I think this person from the comedy show, The Good Liars here, noticed one of the anons posts and brought it to his attention. And he just wrote, "Oh dear." That's all he wrote was, "Oh dear."
Oh dear.
So, hey, Matrix, I think you're playing Baron Trump. No, I'm not. Nope, it's not me.
I'm playing Stephen Miller, bro. What are you talking about?
But you come back with "Oh dear."
Oh dear.
That's it. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear. As though he got caught.
Oh dear, or oh dear, these people have lost it. They've lost the plot. Never know. You never know. Let's see. Can I bring some? Maybe I could do this when my son gets back to school in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be doing some. I'm going to be ramping up my activities online here, so I might pull a Tron on one of these days and just do a show where I have you guys provide the ammunition for a show, right? Like you want to do something funny, you want to do some food stuff, some cooking stuff. My brother, Original Clagster, shared with me a very yummy looking picture that took him, I think it was 3 hours to cook these last night, dude. And I'll tell you what, the funny thing is I had surprisingly low calories, by the way, dude. I don't know if you know this, but at least the recommendation on the food ingredients, the food ingredients say that short ribs or whatever, or ribs, the ones I got anyways, said that they only have 250 calories per serving, which I thought was pretty wild. But Mr. Clagster had shared his 3 hour. Look at that bone, dude.
Nice.
Pull
it right out.
Yeah, and there is an additional video to go with it. I will not play on there for you guys now, but yeah, he pulls that little thing up right here, pulls this thing up, and thing falls right on the ground. I said I'm gonna need to see proof of pork on this one, unless I'm starting to think you're sending me AI pictures.
Yeah, that's how my dad used to do his ribs. When my dad would finish his ribs, he just pulled the freaking bones out, and you just had all meat. It was so good.
That it was the 3-2-1 method, which I'm not a big cooker, so but I think it was three hours, something like that.
Yeah, and then there's multiple stages to it too to make it do that too. My dad was into all that stuff, so I let him do all the cooking.
3-2-1 method. He's using 3 hours on smoke, 180, then wrapped in aluminum foil and sealed. 2 hours at 225, then 1 hour at 225 with the sauce to set it in.
Yep, there you go.
That's his method. So, all right, brother. Is there anything you wanted to show for the folks before we get out of here? Any interesting points, notes, things, blah blah blah, or anything?
Well, honestly, my focus right now has been on something that's going to be hitting tomorrow and next Monday.
Ooh, what?
Tomorrow I'm going to be going on with Absolute Storm. Me and Paul are getting together to talk about my Templar findings. And then the following Monday, I'm going to be going on to Q School with Above the Rabbit Hole. And guess what we'll be doing there? We're going to be talking Templar connections. So I got 2 weeks in a row of Monday shows doing Templar stuff. So because of that, that's where my brain has been. So I purposely don't have anything to come in here and wreck people's brains with today, because my brain's been sitting on what am I going to bring tomorrow for the show. So
totally fine. No, that's cool. No problem. I just want to make sure, if there's anything people want to get across, that they get a time to get it out there. So always want to give
special.
Always want to give my wonderful co-host a couple of minutes in case they do have something that they want to share with the folks. But hey, I think that we are live on Pilled today. I haven't got any messages, so
yeah, you are.
We connected. Yeah. Well, I had a problem on Friday with Juan. When I clicked the toggle thing on, it immediately says, nope, failed to patch or something like that. And then so I tried throughout the show and it just wouldn't connect. And then yesterday, during the Hulk show, which I don't stream on Pilled, I clicked it on and all of a sudden it went on by itself. So I was like, oh, okay, that works. So yes, we are on the old Pilled there. So, Mr. Matrix, I don't know if I don't think I'll even be able to do one today. Oh, wait, I can do a Rumble. I can do a Rumble wallet. Can you do one today?
Yep. I actually was waiting for you to say something. I figured you were waiting.
I'm good. That's weird because I did one yesterday and I did one the day before. And the day before that.
They gave it to you back to back? Really?
Usually it's like every other day. So
every other day. Yeah, it's every other day.
All right, so I'm going to try to click in, see what happens here. Clicky, clicky, clicky.
Let me get down to mine. Click. Go ahead and go ahead.
All righty. Oh, let me see here. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually own and control your own money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks, so instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you're in control. And if you ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem too. Now fast forward to today. Everybody's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all that complexity and makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stablecoins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. And once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creators like me directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. And in just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. Boom. 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 All right, so I do, and I'm sure you do as well, have some thank yous to thank before we get out of this fine day. And I did thank Jules Patriot earlier. Mr. Randall Crow sent over a $5 super chat. Dude, it always makes me pause to do that. He says, please find the deflated orange Artemis rocket on the launch pad, live or Memorex. I'll definitely take a look for that later. Let me see if I can copy that. It'll probably pin it. Yeah, it does. Every time I try to pin it and then copy it, it unpins it. I will definitely, I'm taking a picture of that because I want to see if they did leave anything there. But thank you for that, Mayor, Mr. Crow. Definitely take a look at his short story video of the passing of his brother, which I thought was a very touching story. I'll drop that link in the chat in a minute too as well. And then Bill Adrill over on YouTube dropped a $5 super chat as well. It says, I saw this triangle ship take off from Kandahar airfield in 2013. I watched it for about 10 minutes. It made no sound and traveled slowly. Holy shiz. Dude, that's almost exactly to the T, what they said in that report as well. That thing hovered over people, and as it went over, it made no sound, and it went eerily slow over them. That tracks pretty much in line there, brother. So I'm all set on the Rumble YouTube side, or all caught up, and thank you to Jules Patriot earlier, and then Tron for rating us, and then I'm all set on this side, and so if you got some folks on your Rumble side, then we can do the pilled as well.
Yeah, so over there on the Rumble side, let's see, Sumer J1, I believe is what it says. Thank you for the $20 Rumble rant. It says, here's to letting you having the screen. Laugh out loud. Love it. Yeah. By the way, I mentioned I want to get me a shirt made. I had a system of with a friend of mine of doing shirts and hats and whatnot at one point. That's going to be coming back. One of the things that somebody put up is we need a shirt for me that says, let me get that screen real quick.
Yes. Yeah,
I gotta have one. Let's see. Ginger Because, thank you very much for the $10 USD Tether Rumble Wallet rant. If I got all that right. Thank you very much. Says let's effing go. US. Love y'all. Thank you very much, Ginger Because. Conspiracy Therapist 17. Thank you very much for gifting out 5 subscriptions over here on the Rumble side as well. Jim VK 1071, thank you very much for a $5 Rumble rant. It says, bounce between all of you. Love the content, knowledge, and the energy. Thank you very much, Jim. MC Rider 740, thank you for gifting out a subscription over on the Rumble side. And last but not least, Double L 555, thank you for the $5 Rumble rant. It says, that aliens that landed at the school in Zimbabwe told the kids telepathically that technology was bad and it would be dangerous. And you're 100% right on that. I remember that exact story. That is exactly what those kids were told through their brains. Pretty wild stuff. Thank you very much. And of course, real quick, make sure everybody on the Rumble side smack that thumbs up, and also on the red pill on the pilled side, and that thumbs up as well over on the YouTube side. And don't forget that heart emoji on that X side for you, sir.
Dude,
I remember all of them.
You want to hear something crazy? And you know, people will probably roll their eyes at this, but this is the God's honest truth. So YouTube, I do have it set up to run commercials, but it's set up to run every like 24 minutes. So they give you options. You can either do 24, 18, 12, or 8, right? So I had them set up for the longest time in between. And somebody left a comment because they watched the one. They go, I had to leave because there was too many commercials. I go into the thing to look at it. Now, keep in mind, dude, it's set for every like 24 minutes, half hour, whatever it's set for, right? I go into it and I look at it, right? And there's a commercial here. It's at like the beginning part. There's a commercial at 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes. I'm like, and it just goes on for the whole 4 hours. I'm like, YouTube literally did that themselves. Had it set up that there was a commercial like every 4 minutes, dude. It was crazy. I've never seen so many in my life.
I've heard of that happening on people's videos. They don't want to get out. They force people to go through those commercials so you don't actually get to watch the information in the videos. I've heard of that before.
Dude, and you know what another funny thing was? As soon as that video was done, I'll usually go into Creator Studio on YouTube and it'll tell me like, all right, this was copyrighted, so you need to cut this out, or your videos, the reach is not getting out or whatever. Or it'll say like, this video is not appropriate for all advertisers, and it will be like limited commercials, and it'll be like a yellow thing. Well, right after the Juan video, it was immediately yellow, which usually it takes a couple hours, right? And then when I appeal, that usually takes about a day. I went in there, hit the appeal button, refreshed it, and it was green. I was like, I had never seen that before. So a lot of weird stuff went on about that. And then we had a couple people in there leaving comments that they didn't like him. And I'm like, dude, have you ever gone to a video of a topic that you don't follow or don't like just to tell the people you don't like them? I've never done that. I just don't click on things I don't like. So it's like,
no, that's why I've never understood why trolls do what they do. I know I get they're trolls. That's what they do. But it's like, what is the fun about just going to random other people's stuff that you don't agree with, talk shit, and then leave? Like, what is the fun of that? You have absolutely no fucking life, period. And that's why you still live in your grandma or your mother's basement and live off cereal. So
I literally left the comment. I said, thanks for the view. I never go to videos that I don't like. Why would you bother? That's so cringy. What a miserable existence. And I said, thanks for the click. Oh, and I could give two craps about the thumbs down that nobody sees. And did you think that the 12 people that read the comments are all going to go, oh, wait, we're not going to watch them anymore either? But hey, one more funny one before we get over to the pilled side. This was UFC last night, dude. Tell me this is fake.
Our lower cheek out with the flying knee. Yeah, open the mouth right here.
Oh damn.
Yeah, open the mouth right here.
Oh damn.
Your career and an absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Whoa. Knocked his whole teeth out.
But he got the win
Holy
and he got the win and a knockout, so he's coming home with two paychecks, 50 and 50, 75. But yeah, he got his tooth knocked out there, homie. That was and he won. He still won the fight somehow. So go figure that one. Let's see. Shasta's mom. I'm very good at remembering names. So that's a new one for me. Shasta's mom. Thank you for the can. Leaves 3 heart emojis as red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue in that order. So thank you there, Shasta's mom. Sean Joe, Space Squad founding member there, dropped 1 cookie, 2 cookies in a row. No message on there, but thank you, brother. Trisha E with the cookie. No message on there, but thank you, Trisha E. Jucani with the shades came in with a God bless per norm. Thank you, Jucani. God bless you as well. Q shook me all night long. Dropped a can. No message on there, but thank you. Punk Q Rocker 4Q dropped 517. Gold Pills always ends with the 17. And thank you for that, Punk Q Rocker. Sean Joe, Space Squad founding member, came in with 2 more cookies in a row. Boom, boom. Appreciate you, brother. And then Ohio Kimmy with a cookie. No message on there, but thank you. CL Goober with a cookie. That's a new name for me as well, but thank you for that.
I love Goober.
Yeah,
Goober's awesome.
Goober is in my, you're now in my memory banks right there along with Shasta's mom. And actually I had a good friend growing up and his nickname was Goober.
I've actually met Goober and her husband and played disc golf with them. Literally, I know who they are personally.
Awesome. I won't forget that one. So it's in the memory banks now. Sean Joe came in with another cookie. Thank you for that. No message there. Lizzie B. Came in with a cookie and says, for some reason, there's no buffering on Pilled during daytime, but no stop buffering during the evening shows. I will pass that along to Matt. You getting that issue on your side?
It's certain people have those issues, and I can only chalk it up to it has to be something to do with their internet, TV, phone, whatever it is they're using the internet on. I can't explain it, but it is true. It's worse at night. I can't explain it though. I'm guessing because there's way more people on. That's the only reason I can think of.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more internet traffic at nighttime. So that could have something to do, but you'd think it should be better by now. You would guess.
Should be. Well, it's Pilled's still brand new. It's still only a few years old, so it's still upgrading as well. It's gotten better and better and better as time's gone on. So
yeah, they definitely have some cool stuff in here too, dude. The video calling, all that stuff, definitely a lot of really cool features. And dude, I just realized the other day for that little issue that I had with the RTMP thing that I went in there and you know what? I'll probably set it up when I'm done doing this and I got a few more, and then once you start doing your thank yous, I'm gonna see if I can add it in because they have an RTMP that you can add into OBS, and then if I click that button, just like I can do on Rumble, the chat will come up on the screen itself, so I don't have to actually like drag it onto the screen. It'll come up and just read it on there, so that's super sweet. Let's see. So next one here was after, and thank you again, Lizzie B there. Moonbaby0437 gifted the cookie, says, "What up, Famalam? Thanks for the news, guys. Been following Space Shot since 2018. I appreciate your immense contributions to this movement. I've watched you sacrifice, and I truly appreciate you. Hashtag where we go one, we go all." Thank you so much there, Moonbaby. I appreciate you as well, and all you guys who tune in and listen to us drone on for hours. But Sean Joe came in with another cookie. Appreciate you, brother. Off the Leash came in with the can, says, "Still lurking? We appreciate you." Off the Leash came in with another cookie. It says, "In the beginning, there was Space Shot 76. Not the very, I was close, but very close. But thank you. And Moonbaby came in with another cookie, says 10/28/2017. So I'm guessing that's starting date. And amazing how many people were here in the very, very beginning that are still here to this day. You guys absolutely needs a shot on the shoulder there. Not a needle, but more of some knuckles in the shoulder. Like, good job. Off the Leash came in with a cookie, says 2017. Boom. Thank you for that, Off the Leash. And the last three, and just happens, Mr. No Thanks Joe happens to be last but not least. And then, but not before, Sean Joe came in with yet two more cookies. Do appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. Excuse me. And then No Thanks Joe came in with the cookie, says, "Supremely satisfying Sunday to hang in the scientifically sourced and sauced Spatrix." I'm going to read this again. "Supremely satisfying Sunday to hang in the scientifically sourced and sauced space matrix stream. You dapper dudes diligently deploy delightful discussions and descriptions of dishonesty and dark deceit. God bless and be safe all." I appreciate you.
Love
Thanks,
his
Joe.
reads.
Yeah, they're awesome. Great messages there. But thank you for that. All of you guys and gals out there, I am releasing the scratching. And trust me, if I don't, Debbie will be messaging me in 3 minutes saying, "Where's the scratching?" But
I
it
got
is
one
all
too.
yours, sir. I'm going to see if I can get that chat in over there. We'll see if I can do that.
All right, starting us off is Shatz's mom, as per usual, with the can. Thank you very much. Of course, with those same red, white, and blue heart emojis. Sean Joe, thank you very much for that cookie. P Quest, thank you for that cookie. Dognuts 10, thank you for the cookie. Punk Q Rocker for Q with a 514. I think they might have meant to hit the 7, hit the 4 gold pills because they always end in a 17. I see that though. Thank you for Punk Q Rocker for Q. Sean Joe, thank you for another cookie. Crystal Loves David 17. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the cookie, and says, "Alex Jones admitted to that new character Palm Beach Palm Beach Pete about 3 weeks ago. He's Mossad. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Wouldn't doubt it. Sean Joe, thank you very much for 2 back-to-back cookies. 2 more back-to-back cookies. And then Thacray with back-to-back cookies. The first one says 4chan, so you were in it since 4chan. And then the second cookie says, it's not fair. My great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a slave. I can't help it. Hashtag the truth is loose. So what you're saying is you need reparations, bro. That's what you're saying. All right. Red Gun 51, thank you very much for the 117 gold pills, followed by 117 gold pills again. Thank you very much, Red Gun. Danger Dingo, good seeing you out there, brother. Thank you very much for that can. It says, I'd be yelling for a ride. I'd like to take a peek at the shape of the Earth to settle the argument. No fisheye lens. Exactly. And I've said this many times on my own show. Until somebody puts me into a ship, flies me up, and proves to me the world is a spinning ball, I will never, ever believe it, because NASA's full of shit. And then last but not least, no thanks Joe with a cookie, and says, a simple, serendipitously smashing but soothing Sunday with the Matrix Space Stream. These 2 creators constantly confirm and confront the clueless, contemptuous community, and we thank you both. God bless and be safe all. Thank you very much. No thanks, Joe. And of course, that finishes up. So make sure everybody out there, whether you're on Rumble, on Pilled, on X, or wherever you might be, smash that positive affirmation button. Get us back on that leaderboard that you guys have been doing every single week. You guys are awesome.
Oh, hell yeah. So I'm not sure exactly. Okay, this is finally caught up. Okay.
Oh,
I
and
had to refresh.
thank you for Omazon for my raid as well. At the very end here, Omazon came at the raid right at the end as we were doing our thank yous as well. Thank you, brother.
So, dude, I ended up getting it rocking and roll. I'll pull my chat over here so you can see what I'm looking at. But I got it all going up there. So I got the Rumble chat going to the right. I got the Pilled chat going to the left. And, all in there.
Now,
I don't have to drag them whenever I want. Nice.
Now, see, how can can you look at my show? Like, look on another tab? Yeah, you can see what's on my screen. That's how I leave mine whenever we're not showing something. I have my thumbnail, both our things, and I have both our chats up. That's my main screen right there. It allows both chats and everything.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, got a main screen I can pull off so we can show whatever, and then I pull this up. That way they have chats. I got all of it up there. So
nice. And then I can maybe read these. I can read them right off the screen, and people can see them as we do them. So yeah, sweet. So yeah, I am all caught up there. I did release the scratch-ins. I think you're all caught up as well, sir. Correct?
Yep.
And yes, thank you guys all for hanging out with us on these wonderful Sundays. I almost forgot what day it was.
Saturday.
You barely forget what month it is half the time, but it's always a blast on here on these Sundays with you fine, wonderful world patriots out there and hanging out with my brother Matrix. And I will find somebody to raid you guys into. Any suggestions, drop them in the chat. And otherwise, I'll try to always find you guys some pro MAGA content creators to stream you guys over to. But for Matrix and myself, we do, of course, appreciate, thank you to the mods again. Can't forget to thank you guys and gals out there. And one more reminder, help us get on the leaderboard. Me and Hulk, thanks to your guys' help, got all the way up to number 4 on the leaderboard last night, which I think was my highest placing. I think that's my highest placing ever, I think. But yeah, pretty damn close to the top. So we do appreciate that. And for Matrix and myself, we do appreciate each and every one of you wonderful world patriots out there for tuning in. And until that next one, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Peace. Boom.
If you're constantly battling low...
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means, on infiltration instead of invasion.
You have all the money in the world. You have all the power you need. What's the point? What's the end goal? Like I said, the end goal is to get everybody chipped. To control the whole society.
Party in the garden, the tower's falling, love in the summertime. Ooh, yeah, yeah. And I'm unified, feeling oh so unified. In the lockdown, in the lockdown. he's your friend, but I don't care. Every day it's a gift. That's why we call it the best. We were born on the garden of Earth, but the flowers grow away. Little birds chirp. I was in the garden just having a laugh, till I met a monster cross my path. Hey Gather, do you want some more trilla? I could get you lit up one of two ways. What's it gonna be, man? What's it gonna be, man? Said I felt like the whole world was begging me to rain fire above upon my enemies, till the love washed over me, till I let the love wash over me. Said I forgot the whole world begging me to rain fire above upon my enemies, till the love washed over me, till I let the love wash over me. Every day it's a gift. That's why we call it the present. Every day it's a gift. That's why we call it the present.
Breakers, cheers! Can we be saved?
It's a gift. That's why we call it the present. Every day it's a gift. That's why we call it the present. Every day is a gift.